founder, Vice Chair of IEEE Vizag Bay subsection, and founder HOD of Computer Science Department of AU College of Engineering for Women, and a member of AP State Knowledge Mission, several committees of AP and Odisha governments like the Task Force Committee to inspect the engineering colleges, staff selection committees, member of Ministerial Delegation for AP Private Universities Establishment, preparation of innovation policy for education institutions in AP, and National Board for Accreditation for Engineering Colleges, University Grants Commission, and AICTE. And she has more than 40 plus students awarded with PhDs under her guidance. And if any of you are interested, maybe you can keep in touch with Madam for further support in if at all, if you are doing someone wanted to do it in the PhD in the cybersecurity domain especially. And she has published 160 plus papers in reputed journals and conferences. And she has conducted several conferences, hackathons, workshops, innovation fairs, and etc. And she is a senior member of IEEE, fellow of IETE, and life member of CRSI and CSI ISTE. So with this brief introduction, I request Professor Valli Kumari Ma'am to start the session on digital footprinting in the cyberspace. And Madam, like we have teachers from the across India, like mostly like southern part and northern part is covered, and they are all from the government schools as well as some of the CBSE schools and all. So now we request you to continue the session. Thank you for joining with us.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish Garu. Hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, please.
Right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Make it full screen, ma'am, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to address all the teachers over here and share with you some knowledge about digital footprints and social engineering attacks. So what is social engineering and what is a digital footprint? A digital footprint usually means whenever you browse the internet or whenever you send a WhatsApp message or yeah.
Ma'am, continue, please.
But 9 AM.
Hello.
Ma'am, you please continue. I think somebody asked.
Achha. Okay, I thought somebody is questioning.
Yeah.
So yeah. So whenever somebody is posting a photograph on the Facebook or Instagram or posting a message somewhere or browsing a YouTube video, whatever kind of an action is performed on a computer when it is connected to internet or a mobile when it is connected to the internet. So that is called as a digital footprint. That means you are leaving back traces of what you did on the internet, which is actually publicly accessible by anyone. And what is social engineering? It is a term used for a broad range of malicious activities accomplished through human interactions. Means people can actually perform some kind of fraud with someone else over phone or over email or over an SMS or over a WhatsApp message. It uses psychological manipulation to trick users into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. What does this mean? So somebody can telephone you and talk with you to gain your sympathy and then share your personal information. So it could be personal information related to your family, your financial, data, or something like OTP. So they somehow trick you by sending an email or making a telephone call. It is a very organized process. So people are becoming professionals in these matters, and this is very important for every organization, be it an industry, be it a higher education institution or a institution in school education. Social engineering, it's an integral part of almost every attack that is happening these days, both cyber attacks as well as physical attacks. Let me show you some statistics before we get into the actual talk. 85% of organizations, they suffered from a successful cyber attack last year. This according to the Cyber Threat Defense Report given at the bottom. And 63% of ransomware victims paid ransoms last year. So what is that ransomware? Ransom means money. So somebody would somehow get hold of your username and password of some bank account, or may get hold of OTP of your whatever transaction you're trying to do. In some way, they catch hold of your account and or deposit some programs into your computer and then lock it and then say, look, I'll be sending you the decryption key only if you are paying money. So this can happen to an individual or this can happen to an organization's server. Let us see live threat map. So I'm showing you the live threat map. So most of you must be familiar with Kaspersky antivirus. This is the real-time threat map. That means now, this moment, what is the number of attacks that are happening? Look at the lines, targets or packets that are traveling from one computer to another computer in one country to another country. So you can see here, I'm rotating the globe. Okay, so now these are all some communications happening between two computers. Like now, for example, your computer and my computer are connected to internet. They're live now, right? The same way, when you can see the origin and the target. So this is across the globe, across different countries. Okay, this is the number of packets flowing on now. So this is called as cyber threat real-time map. Mane, this moment, whatever is the number of packets, malicious packets, fraudulent packets that are passing on from one computer to another computer is being mapped by Kaspersky. Kaspersky is an antivirus making company. So wherever this product is installed, that product monitors that computer. And that data, if it catches hold of some, malicious packets, it is plotted in this dashboard. Okay, I'm taking you to another company called Fortinet. This is the real-time threat map of that company. And now you can see here the attack packets are going from one country to another country. Some computer in some country, some state is going to that message is going to some other computer in some other portion of the country. You can see at the bottom block, okay, there is something scrolling up. What are all the attacks? Okay, the names of the attacks, how severe the attack is, and which location the attack is happening. और ये है real time threat map as of now. अभी जो पैकेट्स नेटवर्क पैकेट्स और इंटरनेट पे जो फ्लो हो रहे हैं उनका मैप है. So I have shown you threat maps of only 2 companies. There are many companies like this which plot the data. Wherever that company product is bought by the customer, that customer's system is monitored that product, and if anything wrong is happening, so it identifies and then plots it out here. Now you know many organizations are suffering with these attacks. So when these attacks are happening, it is said that only 3% of these malicious programs which come to your system in the form of viruses or worms or malwares, other malwares, they try to exploit some software which is installed in your machine or in your mobile device. Mane, if there is technical flaw, if you're using some pirated softwares, or if you have downloaded some wrong programs, not genuine programs into your devices, then that program might be having a loophole through which an attacker can get into your computer and examine or take away some important information from your system. So there's just 3% which exploits the technical flaws. Technical flaw means some kind of a bug in the software that you're using. So it could be operating system, it could be Word software, it could be PowerPoint presentation, it could be any software, it can be a browser. So any bug in any of these software programs can be exploited by the attackers. But it is said that all the remaining attacks, 97 to 98% of the attacks, they target humans. They involve targeting users through social engineering attacks. Social engineering means the targets of the attacks are humans, because they can be convinced or they can be blackmailed, or some fear can be created or some sympathy can be gained through phone calls or emails, and they can reap benefits out of that communication. So what are the varieties of social engineering attacks? Technology based, people based. So these attacks can happen through a computer or a mobile, or someone can come to your office directly, or someone can make a phone call. So we have voice-based attacks, physical attacks, mobile-based attacks, and computer-based attacks. Computer-based, we can have email phishing or baiting or Wi-Fi phishing activities. What is email phishing? So you may get an email saying that is from your friend who is lost in South Africa or some other country. He has lost all his possessions like passport and his purse and everything. He's badly in need of money, so he sends some bank account number and asks you to credit money. So here they're trying to fish you up. They're trying to fish money from you. Similarly, baiting means you may have a CD where some malicious program is already written onto, or a USB which is already infected with virus or malware. So if you put it in some other computer, this virus may get transferred to that machine. That is called as baiting. Then we have Wi-Fi phishing. So you might be sitting in a park and there must be some Wi-Fi access point accessible to you. So when you try to get connected and browse the internet, anywhere sitting in the public place, like a park, like a restaurant, like railway station, airport, and try connecting to the internet provided over there. So you'll have an SSID which looks very genuine, but it may not be. Some attacker is trying to provide you something for free and tempting you to connect to his internet, so that lot of information that you browse through, or if you're logging into email, So those passwords can be tapped. Lot of information about you can be collected by him. Then we also have mobile-based attacks. These are called as phishing or SMS-based phishing activities. So you may get an SMS saying your SBI YONO account is deleted. You need to do a KYC or you need to submit some documents. So in that case, if you are given a link and if you are clicking on that link, you may be taken to a fake website where you are asked to provide some information. It could be related to bank account. It could be related to, any personal information which is sensitive. So we may have QR codes which may directly detrack you. So they may not take you to the genuine web page, but they may somehow take you to a fake page. Then we may have impersonation attacks. Somebody posing as a help desk person may come to your place and then may say he would like to maintain or do some maintenance activity of your computer or server or some electronic gadget. But
Ma'am, sorry to disturb you,
cannot be
ma'am.
so.
Like we are not able to
we
see
may,
your
we may
slides.
also have voice-based attacks. You may get a phone call and they may tempt you to, share OTPs or do whatever stuff. So a lot of
Madam,
frauds and scams.
Vali ma'am.
Yeah.
Vali madam, like we are not able to see your screen, madam. Can you please see that? Screen is not shared, ma'am. PPT is not shared.
I just shared now.
No, ma'am. Now maybe you have to share.
Can you see now?
No, ma'am. It says like double click to enter full screen mode kind of thing it is showing.
How about now?
No, ma'am.
I'm saying Zoom. I have a message. Zoom is sharing your screen.
Okay. Click. Okay. You just stop the screen sharing. Do it once again, ma'am.
Okay.
Now you do it, ma'am.
Yeah, I stopped sharing.
Yeah. Now you share, ma'am, once again. Yeah, we were looking into Ajay Kumar Nath, sir. We were just looking into. Please wait. Please wait.
Now, can you see?
No, madam. No, madam. Maybe download in the. No, not, ma'am. We are not able to see.
Oh, what happened? Right from the beginning, you could not see?
No, we are able to see, ma'am. Like once you shuffled between that threat map and these things. After threat map, we are not able to see.
Okay. So let me stop and then I'll share it again. Just give me a second. Now, sir?
No, madam.
What happened?
See, ma'am, if that the PPT is there in full screen mode kind of thing, like it will be difficult. You just close the PPT and open it once again if possible.
Yeah, I closed the PPT. Then I said share screen.
Okay. No, your name is seen, madam. But only thing is like while screen sharing, there may be some issue. Like basic advanced files and all those things are there.
And now?
No, ma'am, it's still only showing that you have shared the screen.
Started screen sharing, double click to enter full screen mode. That is what we were able to see.
Ma'am, I think somewhere it is hanging. Yeah. Now you have stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying again.
Again, yeah.
So I'm starting from the beginning. So sharing the screen, share.
Lata ma'am, you can unmute because she's saying that she can help with the problem. Lata ma'am.
No, what I thought was like, thank you. Like she was running a real-time app. So has she closed the real-time app? Just make sure.
Yeah, that was just a browser.
Yeah, ma'am. But then have you closed it?
Yeah, I closed it.
Yeah, because that is what I wanted to tell. Thank you.
Yeah. Ma'am, if you can just share the presentation, if you would like us to share it also, we can do it.
Okay.
So without wasting the time, we will be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can simply share it to my mail ID, ma'am. I'm just giving a mail ID on the chat box.
So can you see it now?
No, ma'am, it's not.
No, ma'am, still it remains same.
Ma'am, I have just put you a mail ID in the box. If you can share it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So our technical team, I have given the cyber safety ID. So our technical team can share. By the time ma'am is setting up, I think like I'll take 2 minutes. Ma'am, if you don't mind, by the time it's all set, I'll take 2 minutes for a quick activity by everyone. Right?
Yeah, please go ahead, madam. Please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So just give me a minute. Technical team, please keep checking the cyber safety ID the moment ma'am's mail presentation you receive.
Where is the mail ID?
Ma'am, in the chat box, I have messaged to you.
Okay.
Window I have to see. Individual window, ma'am.
Individually, I have shared it.
Individual window, check, ma'am.
Or even you put it in the resource group ID also, it's fine, ma'am. We'll be able to do that.
Yeah, you know that has to be shared.
Right. So by the time ma'am shares and we pick up, we will also just keep testing ourselves how far we are still we have learned today. So what I'm going to do right now is, ma'am, I'm just stopping your screen sharing. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So I put a link in the chat box. Putting the link now. All of you have to click this link and answer to the question which is given there. Okay. So I have given a question. I'm sharing my screen by the time. Okay. So this is what I think you are able to see my screen. I have given a link. When you just type your link, you will get a question like this. So you need to only share 3 new technical terms which you have learned today. Just submit your 3 terms which you have learned newly today, which you have never heard before, or you have heard you didn't understand before, something, 3 words, and just submit. That's all. Okay, already 3 people have submitted. So let's keep watching the screen. Technical team, as soon as you get the presentation, you need to check with the cyber safety ID and please hint me. Very quick. 34, 36.
Great going.
Let's keep seeing the screen, what's happening in the screen as well.
Yes, ma'am. 49, 62, 64. Great. Shadow IT. Wow.
So we are supposed to be 368 participants in the group. So we should at least, to feel the success, we should get 300 participants answering. Now only 72. That means we are all are not attentive in the session.
No, we don't want to announce, sir, but you should type.
Yeah. I have just removed the annotation permission.
Great, ma'am. Great.
Very good. 134.
Wow, 145. Please, remaining also. Style sheet.
Some of them are just trying to log in and do it. You don't need to log in. Just click the link, submit your answers. That's all. It's a beautiful mind map that's coming up. There is a lot of things which we can interpret from this particular mind map from the learning. So the moment the number becomes stagnated and it is understood that is the number of people who are really actively participating in the session as well. So let's see how many are still to complete.
Well, ma'am, if possible, you can send it to me anyway, either as group or to me, ma'am. Anything is fine.
Jagdishar, you can also coordinate with Madam over phone if possible.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, sir. So out of 365, we think that only 145 people are really participating. What about others? So next time we will have an activity where your names get recorded so that we can see who is really participating. Right. So 145 people have responded to this, but we can see like there are differences in the sizes of the text which has come up now. So the central text is HTTPS. So this itself shows that there are people who have understood the difference between HTTP and HTTPS, because very rarely, hardly 1 or 2 people have written HTTP separately. Most of you have written HTTPS as a new word. So we are happy that you have come to know that the secured websites will have the URL starting with HTTPS. Very good. So quickly, can I ask some questions for you to write in the chat box? There is a word which is written here as phishing, right? So I'm just going to ask you to write what is phishing, but I'll just use another tool quickly to create an activity for you. So where you are going not in the chat box, but we will write it in the Padlet board. Okay. Okay, we are good to go now. So all of you are going to say, what did you understand about phishing? Okay, so let me share the link for you to post it. Done. Can you please click on this link and enter your answers? You have to right-click on the link and submit your answer. How will you submit your answer? There will be a plus symbol. Click on that and you'll get a box, type on that, and just when you click on this plus, you will get a box to type. There you need to type your answer and then submit. That's all. So Jagdishwar, the moment you get the presentation ready, you can just let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Madam sent to our email ID, ma'am. Actually, Himanshi ma'am can respond.
Himanshi, have you got the presentation?
Himanshi ma'am.
Let me also check it, sir. Himanshi, are you there?
Yes, I think yeah, it is the thing, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, we will continue with the session because I'm seeing a lot of people answering it. If you have not answered, you can put it by the end of the session because I could see that so many people have responded very quickly in the Padlet. So at the end, we will see what is the answers coming up. Yeah, ma'am, you can continue. Himanshi, make it full screen. Okay, ma'am has itself shared already. I think we are seeing from madam's screen only.
Ma'am, can you make it full screen, ma'am? Vali Kumari, ma'am.
I'm not able to hear her.
Madam, Vali, madam.
Unmute. Oh, you are muted. Okay, sorry. Ma'am, you're unmuted.
Yeah,
I think
now
they have removed.
So you can see the screen right now, right?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Make it full screen, ma'am. Make it full screen.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, we were talking about that.
Ma'am, your screen is not becoming full screen. So I think that's a technical issue. Anyway, you can go ahead without. So it is not made as. Yeah, that happens with certain systems as a technical issue, ma'am. It will show in your system as full screen, but output doesn't come. But still, okay, you can please proceed. You can reduce the little bit size of your corner side and proceed. Yeah, please go ahead. Ma'am, that doesn't usually get resolved. So you can go ahead. So it's okay, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay. Now, how is this?
No, ma'am, it comes the same thing only. So your screen is not in full screen. So you can just remove your outline screen, the slides part. You can close the slides part so that it's a little bit larger. That's all.
Okay, understood. Is that okay?
Ma'am, it's not visible. Yeah. Ma'am, please go ahead. No issue.
Yeah. Okay. So attackers go for the low-hanging fruit, and I was discussing that.
Ma'am, this you can make it slideshow, please.
These attacks happen through either a computer or a mobile or through in person or through a telephone. So what is this email phishing? And phishing attacks. So any innocent looking email or pop-up when you browse internet, some website, or any advertisement that is popping up. And if you are tempted to click on it, okay, so that they can install spyware, viruses, and other malware on your computer. And now they can track your behavior. So these sources look very close to genuine sources with minor differences. And normally victims who are targeted, they share sensitive information, passwords, account numbers, credit debit card numbers, and also allow attackers to exploit any vulnerability in their machine. And attacker can get hold of all that data. Look for example, this email. You can see it looks like it's from your boss. And it says my money got stolen. And then it gives you some web page link. Now just imagine somebody named as your boss asks that he is in emergency and he needs money. So people will automatically think of no other alternative, but just push, send some money to help him out. So that is how attackers try to target the victims. So look, for instance, voice-based messages. When phishing happens through phone calls, it is called as phishing. And it again tricks users to leak sensitive information. So there might be a group of cyber criminals who are highly tech savvy, and they keep telephoning victims by getting their telephone numbers from different sources, and then they ask, saying their insurance policy is now matured and they can collect the money, so then they have to send the bank account. And or they would say, I'm sending you a link, you please click on this, sir, and we'll take care of. And when you click on that link, your screen might be shared, and whatever things you are typing on your mobile may be known to them. So they might ask you to transfer 1 rupee to verify your account. So now when you transfer 1 rupee, you'll be typing all your passwords and all the stuff, right? So this screen which is being sent to them, they'll be able to make out what is your password. Or they can ask you to send an OTP and then withdraw money from your account, like what is shown here. So never answer those phone calls which are from people whom you do not know. And banks never ask you for any OTP. It is meant solely for you. You have to just enter into the application. You should never share in person to anyone. What can these malicious softwares do when they get installed on your machine? When you click a photograph or visit a fake website, or when you download some pirated software which comes along with a lot of other foreign stuff like this, those malwares, those programs, malicious programs, they can encrypt your data and demand ransom. Okay, they can ask you for money to decrypt, or they can push you a lot of advertisements. They may irritate you, or they can record your keystrokes, or they can steal your username and password, the credentials. How do they come to your computer? As a downloaded file from a web page, as an email attachment, as a file from USB or other media, or you might be downloading infected softwares, and along with them, these malicious softwares may get into your system. There are a lot of names for these malwares: virus, worm, trojan, ransomware, spyware, adware, botnets, keyloggers. Okay, each of them does its own kind of an activity. So how do you know there is malware in your computer? You may sometimes see your system got slowed up, and it may hang up and may not respond to any mouse click or command. Or sometimes there might be some strange icons appearing on the desktop, or there might be some strange files in the folders. Okay, sometimes the files may go deleted. So this is one kind of a malware which locks the screen of a computer. You may get something like this. This is called as WannaCry software. WannaCry, malicious software, which is a ransomware type. What does it do? It locks your computer, freezes the screen. Now you don't get your files. You just see the screen. And what did they say? Look at last, send $300 worth of Bitcoin to this address. Okay, this is like when the money is paid, automatically your screen gets locked. They send you a piece of software through which you can decrypt and use your stuff. And there is another way to find out whether a given software that you downloaded is infected with virus, whether you should install it or not. There is a website called virustotal.com, wherein any photograph that you download, any software that you download, any PDF, any Word document, any kind of file that you download from the internet, if it is coming along with malicious software, you can check with virustotal.com. You just upload it to this website and they'll tell you whether I'm sharing this. You can see now. I'm showing you one typical thing, like you can see my desktop. Can you
Yes,
see
ma'am.
the
Yes,
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 ma'am.
we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
see
Yes.
your list.
So this is the website called virustotal.com. Okay, and now I'm choosing a file. So look here, I have downloaded this book, this simple photograph from the internet. Okay, and you can see the photograph. Now I injected malware into this book. This is the today book 1.png is the photograph which is having malware with it. And the first one, today book.png, is not having malware. It is genuine book. Okay. So I have the same photograph with malware and without malware. Now I'll show you how you can check whether this file is infected with malware or not. Look, I uploaded this to virustotal.com. Okay, today book 1.png, and look. So all these companies, okay, Adware, Avira, Cynet, Bitdefender, Fortinet, Kaspersky, these people say this is a Trojan type malware. This is a backdoor malware. Backdoor means from your machine where this photograph is downloaded and is executed to the attacker system, there is a backdoor. So some programs can get into your machine. Now, when I go back and upload the original file, todaybook.png, look, it says nothing is detected. No security vendors and no sandboxes flagged this file as malicious. Now you can make out the difference. So you have seen both the photographs look the same. So it may be a photograph of some celebrity, some Shah Rukh Khan. So it could be a photograph of some Taj Mahal. It could be some photograph of some other important public event. Okay, but it may be having some code along with it. Hope you're understanding. Now, so this is about malicious softwares. And let me show you one more thing. Say you keep getting SMSs. How many of you keep getting SMSs saying your YONO app has to be updated, or saying that your KYC has to be updated? Click on this link. Or there is some information to be provided, or Amazon offer, you're getting a TV for 1 rupee, or some lottery. Can you post some of you, can you post some messages in the chat box if you're getting such a thing? Anyone? You never got any message? Any SMS? I won lottery? Good. Yeah. So what happens if you click on such a link? Okay. So I'll show you what can be done with that. So I have a server now, a small setup, wherein I send an SMS to some victim like you and ask you to click on that link. Okay. So what will happen? We'll see. So when I click on that link, okay, I may get an account like this. Now, what will you do when you find such an account? If you're having a Gmail account, you would immediately type your email and password out here. But remember, whenever you are clicking on an SMS link or an email link and you're not typing the URL of that website, the name of that website directly in the URL in this text box, you should closely observe at the lock symbol. Okay, it should not be crossed. Now, when you click on this, you can see the message, connection is not secure. Connection is not secure. So you should never enter any sensitive information like your username and password. Never do that. And similarly, look at the URL name. So if it is yahoo.com, you should have yahoo.com there. Why would somebody send you a link with something else, right? So if it is Gmail account, you should have something like gmail.com. Why 10.0. something or some other name, right? Now, say I'm typing this t. Okay, I'll say instead of this, it doesn't look nice. So ncert@gmail.com. Okay, and now I'm typing a password, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Say I have a username and password like this, and I'm clicking on this fake web page. This web page is also called as a cloned page. So it is a clone of the Gmail. Now, what is happening here? Look, you are now forwarded to a secure page. Connection is secure. So what has happened here? You were shown a wrong page, a fake page, and you were asked to provide your username and password. So attacker has taken them away, and then you were forwarded to the actual page. Now, what you may think is like, you might have typed the password wrong, so Google is showing me the page again. So let me go to Gmail again, click here, and then get that screen. But in reality, what happens? Look here, ncert@gmail.com. And what is the password? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is called as credential harvesting. So somebody is collecting a lot of usernames and passwords by sending SMS with a link. When you click on this link, this is one possibility. Okay, you'll be shown a web page, a fake web page, and may be asked to feed email and password. Or you may be asked to share bank details or your credit debit card details. Okay, they harvest information like this, and then they go ahead with further attacks. Now that they know username and password of your bank account, so OTP comes to your mobile, right? So they may telephone you and say, look, your LIC policy has matured, or your some other fixed deposit has matured, you forgot to take, or you won a lottery. So we are sending you an OTP. You just share that OTP now, read it out and hame batao. So once you share that, because they already have username and password, they can use this OTP and then withdraw money from your account. Hope you understood. Okay, so this is one. And what else they can do? So there are a lot of websites like Grabifiers. So they can, I can actually create a URL. So the original URL could be a something, and you can select a domain name. Okay, and you can create a fake link here. So that fake link can be shared in chat window now in this meeting, or I can send it to you to your WhatsApp or your email. Now, what happens when you click on such a thing? So you can, so the attacker can know which OS you have loaded into your machine, and whether that OS is an outdated version, you have not updated it. So there might be some bugs, and that bug he'll try to exploit. Okay, so he can know which software, which browser, which Samsung phone, or whatever model phone you are having, which operating system you are having. So which location, latitude and longitude you are at, all that information can be collected. So you can see here date and time, IP address of your device, country, and in user agent you'll get all the software's information, and then from where you have clicked that link, and then you'll know about the internet service provider's name and lot of such stuff. Okay, so never ever click on such links. So there's just one example. There are so many actually. So we'll come back to this again. So yeah, can you see this now? I'm back to my presentation. Somebody please help.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are able to see the Kali by offensive security.
Kali Linux. Now I'm back to my presentation.
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So it's not switching, I think. I have
Yeah.
to stop.
That switching is some issue, ma'am.
That's the reason for
that. Different ways, no?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sharing this again.
1 minute.
Now?
Yes, ma'am. Fine. Thank you.
Yeah. How do you check it is malware? So we have seen how to check it with virustotal.com, or you may install antivirus softwares in your machine, mobile or laptop or desktop. You have to compulsorily install antivirus package. And what else? So people can collect a lot of information about you if you're on the social media. So they can just go to your LinkedIn and then find out which organization you are in. And then, so I think Jagdish Garu and all others might be telling you about how to maintain privacy in your social media accounts. Otherwise, they'll know who your boss is, who your colleagues are. Now they can send fake emails based on their names and their positions in the organization. Okay, similarly, for your schools, if you are maintaining websites, you have to ensure that that website or that database that is associated with it, it's all properly configured, so that Google dorking means specialized search, refined search. It's not like original Googling that we do. So they can catch hold of password files, or they can catch hold of admin accounts or any files that you store on the website. So you have to ensure your IT people will set the appropriate permissions to every file that is uploaded onto the server. Similarly, when you upload photos onto social media accounts, from the photo itself, they can use a tool like EXIF data and then find out where exactly it was clicked, what camera you have used, and lot of such stuff. Okay, and talk about any application like your security cameras, surveillance cameras that you have in your school or at home. So you ensure that your IT people, whoever is installing that camera, sets a password to that camera. Because if that camera is connected to internet, say if you thought, or if your boss has thought of watching that camera through a phone, so then definitely that will be connected to internet. So not just your boss, but somebody else can also view it if IT people leave that username password to default passwords. So normally every camera has a default password. Even if you're not setting any password, they'll use a default password. So that is known to everyone. Okay, so you ensure that your own institution specific list of passwords have to be created to every camera that is installed in the institution or in your apartments or home. And not just that, your servers, your machines, they also have to be set with appropriate passwords. So here is one interesting website called Showdown. So it's a search engine like Google to search all such cameras which are open to public. So if they have not set them to they have left open the passwords, then anyone in the world can watch through this website the camera right away. I'm not showing you the output for want of time, but you can test it. So it is very risky. Like if you are in the school room, whatever is happening within the school can be watched by someone outside in the public. Then we have a lot of security breach events. So what is that? So you have like Google, when you type something, okay? So you have SNUS base, a website. What does it do? If some website is breached, means hacked, and if all the database of all the users of that website gets into the hands of an attacker or companies like this, so they will store in that list of usernames and passwords in this database. So anyone can now know for that particular username, what is the password, what is the email with which the person has registered with that website. So normally you may find in the news that, you know, certain groceries related website is hacked, or some other travel tickets related website is hacked. So what happens when that is hacked? All the users' emails, their login names, their passwords with that particular website, all of them, they are now in the hands of the public. Okay, so you have to ensure that you have different names with different websites, so that even if one website is hacked, your password is not the same with other websites. Now, like I have my email account. So this is a website called haveibeenpawned.com. So this is my email. So what do? I am checking if my website, my email ID with which I have registered with, you know, I register with a lot of air ticket, railway related, cab related, groceries related, you know, food delivery related applications, apps. I'm not naming the companies, but generally I'm saying, okay. So what if that particular one of those websites is hacked? So is my email ID there in any of those websites? No, no pawnage found. Okay, there are no breached accounts and no pays. So now you may test yours and post quickly in the chat window if your email ID is available in any of those hacked data. Come on, do it fast. Have I been pawned.com? Okay, so that is one. And these are the typical SMSs that you get. Your KYC is updated. If you click on this link, you'll get cash back. How do you get those messages? You have a lot of websites. It's very simple. People can subscribe and then spoof the message. So they can send the sender's name, receiver's mobile number, and then the message. Your KYC has been updated. Click on link. So just now I have shown you now one link, http://10 my website's link. Okay, which looks like Google, but it is not. It is my own page. So now when I do this, this content will go to this particular recipient whose you know, mobile number is typed here. As simple as that. So this may happen with bank pages. So I have shown you only Gmail cloned page. It could be a Facebook clone page. So please ensure that there is a lock symbol at the top, and then there is an appropriate URL, website name typed in the text box. Like here it should be facebook.com. Okay, but something else is appearing here. So if you see such a link, never enter your email and passwords or bank related email and passwords or your credit debit card related information. Never enter into this. Never feed these to them. Yeah, most of the people, they in the browser, because we cannot always remember all the passwords, we say when the browser gives you a pop-up saying, an alert box saying, do you want me to remember your password? We immediately say yes. So that next time when you open the browser and then go to that email account, it automatically loads. We don't have to remember the password. But what happens? Anyone who is accessing your system can go to the settings and know those passwords. Okay, so now, so minimize the storage of passwords which are for important accounts. So I'll show you a small video which is of less than a minute or so, which is about spyware. So what we did here, we did a small experiment for our students, wherein an attacker has a server, means my laptop is taken as an attacker server, and mobile of which is there in my own network. So I have sent an SMS with a link, a fake link. Now when I click on that link, automatically a malicious application gets downloaded into that phone. Now when I download and install that app, so that mobile device through backdoor, okay, is connected to the attacker server, that is my laptop. Now this attacker's machine and the mobile device, they're connected to each other. So now this attacker machine has full control over that mobile device. So what happens now? He can exploit. So he can know the system info, and then he can dump the logs, dump contacts, okay, dump all the SMSs. So create text files of them and then send it to the attacker server. So there they get stored in the server in some folder. They get transferred to that server. Now he can open and watch the SMS or the call logs. Okay. So yeah. Next we have I think we'll take some questions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I can also
there is some setting issue. I think all the chat messages everyone is typing is coming only to me. So let me just check it out and also read out the questions that has come up, but so that you can respond to them.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
And
yes.
and before that, I would like to share a few comments. Like I was just talking about the individual and the organizations, but there is a lot happening outside. So it is something like this case study, wherein some attackers have attacked Sony company's infrastructure and then leaked all the information related to their employees, all their films, copies, scripts, okay, and LinkedIn, lot of email IDs of LinkedIn network, they were shared to outsiders. Say Netflix, again, posing as though the email is from Netflix. People, about 110 million people got the mail, but it is not from Netflix. Somebody has spoofed that mail, and many people responded with credit card information, and that information went to the attacker. And there are a lot of other power grids uh, being attacked by malwares, and so a lot of oil companies, they're attacked through ransomware attacks. And for example, last year, about 75 bitcoins were paid by this American company, which is equivalent to $4.4 million, because their servers were encrypted. And to release that, they need to pay this money. So stock exchanges, there are cyber attacks, there are cyber wars. You may see a lot of countries, they attack other countries, important offices. So there are botnets, lot of attacks are happening outside. And so any organization, if people are sitting in the network and then installing some malicious programs, knowingly or unknowingly, visiting some fake websites or clicking on some links, so that would get installed in the network of that particular institution, and that may spread to other computers in the network in that organization. So there might be some attacks, because all these malwares which are installed may suddenly get activated according to the attacker's program on some other day, maybe 1 month later, 2 months later, after they are installed, they suddenly get activated. They communicate with each other and bring the whole infrastructure down. So I'm telling you in a very simple language, but technically it's very sophisticated. So there are a lot of tools. You can use some search engines like DuckDuckGo, browser like Epic Browser or Signal app to maintain privacy so that your digital footprints are not traced. Similarly, some websites are like, if you see some video getting viral and if you want to stop it, you can go to stopncii.org, a website, and then file a complaint. Okay, so that all the social media companies which are posting that video in which it is getting circulated, that will get deleted. Similarly, Facebook, if it is compromised, you can go to this link and then feed your details so that that the attacker or whoever is a hacker, so an appropriate action can be taken and the account can be released. You also have cybercrime.gov.in, where you can report your any incident. Similarly, National Consumer Helpline, if you are making any purchases online, there is a possibility of filing a case here. And then NCW, National Commission for Women, has got a website where any women related issues can be posted out here. Not just this, I think CDAC, PMU must have given you a lot of other inputs on how to approach the required officials and then make a complaint and protect yourself. So thank you so much. Always back up your data. Always secure your backups. And then practice safe surfing. Never click on any link that you get, and visit only fake. Never visit any fake websites. Visit only genuine links, and secure your network. Install antivirus softwares always. Get information about the latest malwares. So like nomoreransom.org, the link is given below. This one website, there are many more. And always implement a security awareness program in consultation with officials from CDAC or ICA project or any other such agency that does this kind of an activity. It's important to educate your colleagues, your children, your family members, elders, even old people who have bank accounts and who know how to use OTP, never to share that information with anyone who calls them. So your financial information has to be kept secure. Never share your important documents with anyone as you like. Okay, so this is something which I wanted to share, but there is loads of information available in infosecawareness.in website. So you may ask your people to go through it once. Yes, madam. Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Before we close your session, because there is no very specific questions, but we would like to just try to understand from everyone what they have learned from your session. So just a small activity where everyone will be writing so that you also can know how much it has gone to them.
Definitely.
Ma'am, if you don't mind, I'm just stopping your screen, sharing this thing.
Please do. Please do. Thank you.
So again, there is going to be a very quick, short activity where you are going to share what is your learning from this particular session. So that's what we are going to write. So I'm putting a link in the chat box. But what you are expected to do, please wait till I say to you so that you don't make a mistake out of it. Okay, right. I put already the link. Okay, so when you click on the link, you will get this screen. So you can see there is two headings, do's and don'ts. So what you are expected is you have to write with related to social engineering attacks. There is a spelling mistake, sorry. You have to add a plus sign and add one do's and add under one plus under don'ts and write one don'ts. Everyone should write two. One do's and one don'ts, which you have learned from this session. From madam's session. What you can do, what you should not do. You should not add everything. See, somebody is writing not to share OTP under do's. Okay. So that's the right things to be written here. And also you need to write what you should not do. Yeah. So let's see quickly them writing. So parallelly, I request Himansi to put up the attendance sheet in the chat box. So attendance sheet will be open only till 15 minutes. So this two, both of it you will be doing it once you complete this two, so you can complete. So chat box, kindly put the attendance sheet. For session 3, attendance sheet will be shared. The moment it's shared, within 15 minutes, attendance sheet will be closed. So you're all requested to mark the attendance. So we can keep seeing. Ma'am, I think the session have reached clearly. I think most of them are writing all the points which they have learned.
Valli ma'am, if you don't mind, like, can you highlight on the, someone is asking, what is Google dorking?
Yeah. So Google dorking is like, what do you use Google for? Searching about some place or person, right? So if you type Valli Kumari, you may get lot of Valli Kumaris. But if you type Valli Kumari and Andhra University, so you'll get only one person related information. Now, like for example, I want to check in LinkedIn or in Facebook who have public profiles. What are all the names? Like for example, with permission from Jagdish Babu. So if I type Jagadish and having gmail.com account hosted on some website, then I'll get all those people whose name is Jagdish and they have a Gmail account hosted in the Facebook or in a particular web page. So it is like a refined search. So more focused search. So with that, not just people related information, but now you can also search lots of information like passwords or open cameras or PDFs. Okay, if somebody has not configured them properly in their servers, all that information will appear in the search. So attackers or anyone who is trying to learn a lot of information about an individual or an organization can put all these pieces together and then plan for attacks. That is Google dorking. Hope that is clear.
Sir, if there is any other questions, you can put up. By the time I'm getting that announced.
Yes, ma'am. I think there is a few more questions here.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir, so that I'll do the attendance part.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Actually, like if any Excel file is protected, is it mean that like is it a virus or a ransomware attacked file kind of thing? Someone is asking.
I could not hear you. Your voice is very low.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
What is that, sir?
Madam, awareness is the only solution, or any other method to aware them from these type of malware and ransomware? Why it is not coming?
Yeah, being aware that if you're clicking some link which is coming from an untrusted source, it will prevent people, especially the children, the students, who are crazy about using these electronic gadgets. So if they are aware that clicking on this link will lead to a lot of consequences like this. So it is a preventive measure, right?
Yeah, if any breaches happened, how do we safeguard thing, ma'am?
Okay, so if you have subscribed to some food delivery app and you have registered with an email ID, or
Ma'am, we lost the voice.
if you have subscribed to some travel, so if you have registered with a website with your email ID and if that is breached, so you have to ensure that that password in that particular web page has to be immediately changed, because your old password is with somebody. Many people know your username and password. So it's better you change the password. Similarly, never use the same password across multiple accounts, multiple websites. Many people tend to do that because they keep forgetting they have multiple accounts in multiple websites. So they keep the same password. But that should not be done, because even if one of those accounts is in the data breach, then all other passwords, all other accounts passwords are also known to somebody. So it's better change the passwords.
Okay.
And the best thing to do is have a separate mail ID other than your regular mail ID to subscribe to general websites like that. So have two mail IDs, one used for subscribing to such websites and one your own personal mail ID to which your bank accounts and all other important information comes in.
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, if any file will be a password protected, then will it be a shown as malware or a virus?
If any file is password protected.
Password protected, then will it be shown as a malware or a virus?
No.
Yeah. I think Manoj Chan sir.
So to tell whether it is a malware or a virus, so there is a kind of a signature which is found by these antivirus softwares or virus total like software. So they look for certain patterns in your file. If that pattern is there, then they suspect it to be malicious.
Jagdish,
So that pattern is normally identified by what is called as a hash code, which is a technical term, which I thought I'll not mention it in this forum, but it's called as hash code.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Anju, ma'am, telling something, ma'am.
Yeah, no, sir. Actually, we can wind up this session so that we can move forward for a break and for the last session, because it's already the time is up.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. On behalf of CIT and also ISCA, I extend my thanks to Valli ma'am. I think this was more of a session to give lots of tips and tricks how to safeguard them, how to identify them. So I think this session has also brought in, because from morning we are going one step ahead. We started with more theoretical based session, but as we move ahead, we are learning slowly the tips and tricks, what we need to follow to take care. So that's a wonderful session you have given us. I think all the participants will be slowly able to understand that though there are lots of threats, we also have a way to handle it, the way we can safeguard it. So you have given a good demonstration of things in this session. So thank you so much, ma'am. And moving ahead, participants, the attendance link has been posted in the chat box. We request you to fill it off. And now it's 3:30 in my time and 3:45 the attendance sheet will be closed. So within 15 minutes, you're expected to fill it, and you will also take this 15 minutes for 10 minutes for a break, and we will start the next session at 3:40. Jagdishwar, is that okay?
Fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. I'll request Anand Prabhu sir also join. So once sir joins, we can start on the next session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
so much,
Valli ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Thank you.
So let's take 10 minutes for break, and we will be starting exactly at 3:40. So you can pick your coffee or something and come back. And we will have some 5 minutes of little bit of warm up before we start the session also. So that's why I'm asking you to come back for 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully all of you are marking your attendance also parallel. Those who are raising hand, I'm just keeping time for you to unmute yourself to ask the question.
Namaste, ma'am. I'm Lata. Ma'am, I have a doubt about Google Docking. So I didn't get an answer. Docking, D-O-R-K-I-N-G.
Ma'am, don't worry. We are putting all your questions which are coming in the text box. I could see that there is 2-3 people asking about the same question. So we have compiled it. You will get the response even if we have missed during the session in a return form.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. CBAG Manoj sir, you have raised your virtual hand.
Good afternoon, and thank you, madam. Just actually for the one question, madam has already given the answer that if the file is password protected, then whether it will be the malware or not. But one more question is that so many times that happened with me that when we are sharing in the mail any password protected file like a question paper or a result sheet with the respected teacher, then all the teachers, they are not the technical terms, or they are not aware with the technical. The Google, they are having the facility that before downloading, they are scanning each and every file. But if the file will be the password protected, then sometimes they will give the warning that you can download this by your own risk. So is there any chances that along in that also there will be the virus or the Trojan horse or any other problem with that kind of file?
Jagdishwar, would you like to respond now, or anything input you would like to give now, or we can just take this question in also as part of. So have you put this question or anything in the chat box?
Actually, no, this question I have not put, but the another I have put, but for that I got the answer. But this
so please put it also in the chat box. Otherwise, Jagdishwar can respond if you feel like.
All right, ma'am. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for asking a wonderful question. Yes, you can always protect your documents, either Word document or either Excel sheet, right? Completely with the password protection. There are no issues. While you are sending through Google Drive or Google as an attachment to the Google as an attachment to mail. So like whatever you are sending, they will scan it, and whatever the other person is downloading, before the downloading also it will be scanned. So the chances are very slim. But at the same time, if that system, like where you are downloading that particular file, if it is having any kind of that kind of symptoms, there are chances that that cannot be that message show like that. And at the same time, like you are also mentioning, like Google will caution them. Yes, it is the responsibility of their platform, and at the same time they have their policy. So as per the policy, they will mention it like that only. That doesn't mean that is having these any of the mail service providers, they may not attach any virus or malware kind of thing. More or less, those platforms are, some extent it is secure only. But when you are downloading at a source system, then there may be a chances. Otherwise, don't they may see the file and all, but they may not inject such kind of viruses or malware kind of thing. So that is the thing, sir.
Sir, small doubt, sir.
Please, sir.
Sir, just now madam said that I checked my mail ID. It shows your mail ID is pawned for 7 breaches. How do I keep escape from this? Or how do I?
Sir, now, the reason why it has happened is you might have been shared with your email ID. See, for example, like wherever you are going to shopping malls and all, so people will ask that email ID. The same email ID might have been given to various other platforms also. So there are chances people can see it, but that doesn't mean, it is only they were attempted, but nothing is going to happen to you. But at least at this point of time now, if you can change the password, warning also we were discussing. So please change the password so that you can protect yourself. So someone is attempted, that doesn't mean that like someone is logged onto your account. So now you can change your password so that you can safeguard your account. Not an issue at all.
Thank you, sir.
So I have a question not regarding the subject. We have received 2 attendance link. I mean, session 2 attendance link is not given.
Session 2 attendance link was posted and 15 minutes was given to fill out also, ma'am.
And session 1 was
Session 1, we have done a manual attendance. One by one, we have checked.
Means we have received 2 attendance link.
Right.
I
For session 1, there was no attendance link. We have done a manual attendance checking, and we have also found whoever has not attended. We have given call 1-to-1 to immediately check why they are not joining as well. So second session 2 already attendance link was shared.
Yes, 1 attendance list was given, and now 1 attendance
yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Telangana Prabhakar Reddy, sir, you have a question?
Yeah, just now we have answered his question, ma'am.
Madam, just now asked.
Sorry, sir, I missed it. Yeah, CBSE Amrita, sir. Amrita Ganguly.
Yes, ma'am, I have just asked. I'll just
for that. Okay, that's fine. There is no other question. Yeah, Amrita, ma'am, again the hand is.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a query.
Yes,
because usually we deal in normally general public we do like pictures. I have a question that because I saw that the picture was injected with malware. I have a query how without uploading, because it is not possible. Let us say we are taking pictures and somehow we cannot check everything and upload it and check it. I just want to know, is there a very easy way to know whether the picture is infected or not? Thank you.
All right, sir. To just answer your question partially, sir. Actually, like when.
Sorry, sir. Sir, your audio is muted. So, Jagdish sir, your audio got muted.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sir, actually, like when you are uploading, there are no issues, sir. See, for example, you might be receiving good morning, good night messages, right, throughout the day. When someone is sending a messages, there are chances that if someone wanted to initially, like someone intentionally, if someone wanted to intentionally send a message with a virus or a malware, they may inject along with the picture, and they can proliferate or they can send it. Yes. That time there are chances that the system or the device may be compromising. But at the same time, if a device is having any good antivirus, then it is always alert you, says like this is something is having. So, but earlier that was the case. It is there, but nowadays since the browsers are good, if you update them regular intervals, and if your system, either your mobile phone or your laptop or desktop, whichever the device you are using, if that is having a good antivirus, it will detect you and it will alert you. Right. So to avoid most of the things, having good antivirus on mobile phones is also very, very important. See, for example, if you are not able to affordable, you can visit csk.gov.in, Cyber Swachhata Kendra Gov.in. That is a Government of India website. maybe Anant Prabhu sir also may cover as part of his session. But cskgo.in, there is a website. There you can download, there you can go, and there is something called tools. Go to the tools and download those antivirus or anti-malware tools on your respective device. If it is a mobile device, tools are there. If it is a desktop, you have a tools are available. Those things also you can use it. If you are affordable, then you can always purchase some good antivirus, any good antiviruses, and you can make use of it on your devices, right? But that way, like, you can safeguard your thing. And there are chances, if someone intentionally wanted to.
No, I am not saying, sir, somebody or some friend will send me intentionally. The problem being that everybody starts forwarding these messages in WhatsApp. Everybody is sending something is there. Let us say somebody unintentionally got that thing on their system, on their mobile phones, and it's got forwarded in messages. We are like in so many groups. I'm from Sir NLI Kamrup. Previously, we have met. So the scenario that I'm talking about, let us say somebody's device is infected and he is like forwarding guy. He forwards multiple messages to multiple friends. And in that scenario, how I am supposed to know that as my friend is sending, there is a trust is already there. So what I will do, like, let us open it, what he has sent. And this kind of scenario, how to handle in a practical way. Because the solution that was shown, that was not practical.
The only solution is having an antivirus on your respective system. That is what I'm telling. So unless if you have an antivirus, we were not giving any assurance also, like, nothing is 100% issued in the cyber world. If you have an antivirus, if you have,
it's just like a Lakshman Rekha, because it will only
let me complete, sir. You have asked the question. Let me complete, and you can respond later. Thank you. Right. So there are chances it can happen, but only thing is, like, every system, like today you are attending the training program, today you will come to know something. So that is the reason, like, we were suggesting, so you can have a good antivirus, whether he sent intentionally or not intentionally, that is a separate issue. So once I'm sending a message, I'm not aware, like, whether my attachment is having virus or not. But only thing is, like, if you have an antivirus, antivirus, then while you're opening or while you're downloading, it may alert you, like, something is there, something fishy or something. That time, at least you can see and check it, and you can return back to him. Like, if it is not intentionally, you can, always you can tell him, like, this is having something, don't forward. And that message can be proliferated across the thing, so that you can stop that message spreading. Good. That is only the thing which we are having. So morning also, see, if something goes beyond, like, we can't do anything. Nothing can be done. See, for example, in my system also, from last 4 to 5 days, I am getting 4 to 5 malware, alerts. Right? Since I am having a defensive mechanism, it is alerting me, says, like, so this mail is containing this XYZ thing. So either I have to delete or I have to scan it. So if I scan it also, I'm not very sure, like, that is fully scanned. Right? So it is only one defensive mechanism where you can, some kind of protection. It is not that 100% protection. If something goes wrong, we have to obey, and we have to do the remaining steps.
Yes. Get your
There
point,
is a question, right? They're asking, like, from which website, which antivirus software we can download.
Before you download, sir, let me tell you one thing. So never ever download any free antivirus software from any company. Never ever download any free antivirus software. That is a request from our side. All right. And second thing is, like, there is a CSK, Cyber Swachhata Kendra Gauda.in, CSK Gauda.in. You can go to the CSK Gauda.in. There are something called tools. In the tools, you have tools for mobile as well as tools for laptop and desktop also. Those things you can, download and make use of it. At least that is a government, government is, promoting those kind of things. We can rely on them and we can make use of it, right? So that, but otherwise, if someone is giving free antivirus, please never ever entertain any such kind of, any such kind of requests or any such kind of freebies on your device.
Yeah, I think most of them are back now. Before we start Ananta sir's session, I could see him already joined. Ma'am, can we park your question?
All right.
Yeah, thank you. So we are going to start the next session. I see Ananta sir already joined in the session.
Yes.
So we are holding you for 2 to 3 minutes by the time we all of them come, and we are sitting for a long time from morning. So we really wanted to do some kind of a little bit warm up. So before we go for your last session, that's why, sir. Is that okay for you, Ananta sir?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah.
Such a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to see you after a long time.
Thank you, sir. So officially, sir will introduce you after a few minutes of we just warm up, and also all of them are bringing. There is one last minute for you to fill your attendance. Those are not filled, please fill up the attendance. And once you miss filling up your attendance, it is missed. We are not going to give you a second chance. So please ensure that you are filling on right time. Some of you are not really sometimes attentive, so let's be attentive for the last session. So for the last session, with the permission of Dr. Ananta, we will be posting the attendance in between the session. So at any time, it will be a surprise for you to just spark it, and it will be from the time we post 15 minutes, we'll stop. But we will announce that we have posted the attendance. So you will be just taking 1 minute in between to post. Because I'm seeing a trend now, the last 5 minutes, people are joining back to only fill attendance. That should not happen with us, being a master trainer. So we wanted to avoid that. Yeah, good. So let's all of us close our eyes. Can I request all of you to close your eyes? There are so many people still wide open eyes. So it's a small thing that if you can all close your eyes, right? Done. So we are going to learn something now. So I want you to be attentive to my voice. So you can all imagine yourself that you are in a flight. You're traveling in a flight. The flight is at a very high altitude. So you're above the clouds. You're sitting at the window seat, looking outside, enjoying the beauty of the clouds, imagining yourself to walk on the cloud, feel the cloud. Slowly your flight keeps moving down. You're able to cross the cloud and see down, but still you're seeing only the cloudy foam. And then you realize it's completely the snow which is there. So you've already crossed the cloud. You're coming down slowly. You can't see anything else but only the snow over the mountains. Such a pure snow. This is the first time you're seeing a snow. So you try to peep in more through the window as much as possible to feel how the snow looks. As you come closer down, you're able to see how the snow has covered the mountains. All the peaks of the mountains are covered with snow. So in few minutes, you land in the airport, and then you realize you can see in a walkable distance. When you walk out of your flight, you will be able to step into the snow. So when your flight has stopped, your heart starts beating very fast. So you want to know that how cold it will be outside. So you take your jerkin, wrap yourself very tight, closing your ears, putting your muffler around, putting your cap. You could do everything to get ready to step into the snow outside. You're taken, your flight opens up. You're climbing down the stair. You could see in few more steps, you walk out of your flight path. You can step into the snow. When you go down, you are guided to go out through a particular path. So get into the airport. Coming out of the airport, The moment you come out and step your first leg out of it, your feet is able to feel the warmth of the snow. Suddenly you also feel that there is something falling on you, which is making you to feel chill, which is making you to feel a kind of happiness. Then you realize there is a snowfall. You're trying to touch the snow and you feel it so smooth. You're feeling it and you're so excited to sneeze, opening your eyes. You wanted to click yourself a pic, taking a camera out, asking somebody to click you with a snowfall. Now you have a beautiful picture with you to carry a memory with you. Can we all open our eyes? I could see some of your videos were on. So some of them feel that you're feeling the chillness. Some of you are trying to feel like after a 3 sessions continuously watching a screen, this was a good time to break. So at least 2-3 minutes of closing your eyes has given refreshment to your own eyes. So this is one thing which we need to take care while we are going to sit for long online sessions like this. Because you had in between a moment, you could pick up, get up, but you have not given rest to your eyes. We need to take care of our eyes as well when we are doing long online sessions. So let's now listen to Dr. Ananta. So I have like Jagdish sir, would you be introducing sir?
Sure,
So that we move forward.
I'll be just doing that. Only one question I have.
Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am, for refreshing us from all these things. And sir, ma'am, like, can you please tell me frankly, how many are able to relate to this training program? Like whatever madam has told these things, how many are able to relate to this training program? Anyone is able to relate? Please say frankly yes or no. Okay. That's good. Great. Thank you.
I'll be able to relate more tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So
at least I could see a smile now in some people's face, which was very rigid sometime before. So sometimes we do this with our students as well on a long online session. So we need to take a break in different modalities. So we will learn something more in coming up days. In one more day, we'll learn some more techniques like this. Thank you. Yes, sir. We'll proceed.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and good afternoon and welcome you all back to the last but not least session. Of course, the session is going to be more interesting and you all be enthusiastic, by listening to the session. I think that kind of feedback we can see by end of the session, right? So it is a great privilege to me to introduce Dr. Ananta Prabhu sir, who is going to deal the session on safety during the online teaching and learning, right? So let me introduce Dr. Ananta Prabhu sir in that regard by giving a just brief about him. So Dr. Ananta Prabhu sir, like he's a bachelor's in computer engineering, bachelor's in engineering in computer science, master's in technology in computer science, master's in business administration and information science, a diploma in cyber law, and he's a doctor of philosophy in computer engineering, and he's a doctoral fellow at computer science and technology. So his main areas of interest are cybercrime investigation and cyber law. And he has conducted more than 2,500 workshops across India to various stakeholders. And he's an official trainer at Karnataka Judicial Academy, Karnataka Police Academy, and other national academics of LEA. And top of all those things, he's published more than 25 plus international journals and various reputed platforms. And he's also, for his credit, he's also published many number of books, and some of them are, Cyber Safe Girl, which is very familiar. Recently, he's released the 5th version of that book also. And presently, he's working as a professor and a principal investigator of cyber security and digital forensics at Center of Excellence at Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management, Mangaluru. Right. So with this brief introduction, I request Ananta Prabhu sir to start this session. And like how Anant Prabhu sir is associated. Anant Prabhu sir is associated since from a long time with CIET, NCRT, as well as with ISA, and he is a great inspiration for all of us to do this kind of awareness sessions and training programs. And it is going to be great learning to all of us, including me. And thank you, sir, for joining with us. And it is over to you.
Thank you very, very much, Jagdish ji. So happy to see you. So happy to see Angel ma'am and everybody here. That too, the last session, and we are seeing so many participants. I'm glad. So I hope they're not just attending only for the attendance and for the certificate, but I look forward to share a lot of information, because I've done a lot of preparation, in fact, to deliver today's session. And as Jagdish sir knows, every session I make sure that it is a different session. So therefore, I hope all of you would like today's session. So is the presentation
Anand sir, just give me a minute.
Yes. Please mute all of them.
Yeah, because that's why I'm just like doing it. Only I'll just get, you are able to talk now. So yes, please.
Perfect. Perfect. So today we're going to talk about cyber security for online lectures. On the very onset, I welcome all the respected teachers, the head of the institutions, and everybody present here. So I received this forward. They were talking about forwards, forwards coming and your phone getting infected. So I received one of these forwards, which said the 4 levels of how it is during the morning lecture. And now I have got the afternoon lecture. So I can just imagine how hard it is going to be for me, as well as for the participants over here. Now, I'm going to ask a question to all of you. My chat section is open over here. I'm going to ask a question to you. How many of you are having this issue with you, wherein you have your phones, you carry your phones everywhere, and then when you keep it in your pockets, you feel that the phone is vibrating, you feel the notification has come, you hear the beep tone, or you feel it's ringing, and when you take it out, nothing, no notification, no calls, absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness, so many people. Fantastic. I thought it was just me who was having this. It's a psychotic problem only. Huh? Because your brain is giving you signals of an external stimuli, which is not there, isn't it so? So this is the era that we are living in, wherein we get such signals because of our digital world. And this Fox alarm or the phone tom or the ringxiety is called as phantom vibration syndrome. Okay, so there are some people here with sometimes getting such feelings. Okay, all right. So now let's, I'm going to ask one more question. Anybody here wearing smartwatches right now? Right now wearing smartwatches? Comment in the section there. Smartwatch. Oh, a lot of them. Very good. So my only request to all of you is, please do not enter your ATM PIN or the passwords while wearing that watch with that same hand. Okay? Because your watch can reveal your ATM PIN. Be careful. Okay? So this is the dangers of the digital world. Also, one more point which I would like to tell all of you. I always mention about this point everywhere because it's your hard-earned money in the end of the day. See, we are all teachers, and as teachers, we know that there is this concept called as thermal equilibrium. So in thermal equilibrium, basically what happens is, if I touch wall, okay, if I touch any surface, heat from my hand gets transferred to the other body. If the other body is cooler in nature, okay, it gets transferred there and it stays there for some time. It stays there for some time. And usually that period, if the weather conditions are average, we can expect about 10 to 15 minutes it's going to stay. And after that, it attains thermal equilibrium. Okay, so the temperatures become the same. For example, we have Jagdish sir over there. He's sitting on a chair, and if he gets up from the chair And if somebody asks you, how can you tell that Jagdish sir was seated there? You can take this camera. This is an infrared camera. You can take that and you can just click a picture. You can just click a picture of that particular chair and it would show you the thermal signature of Jagdish ji on that chair, and it is going to stay there for about 10 to 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, it is going to get in tune with the signature of how it was earlier of that particular chair. And we call this as thermal equilibrium. Okay. Now, this concept was understood by cyber criminals, and what they did is they started clicking the pictures of the ATM point of sale machines that you are using. So you have a point of sale machine and you type something. Even after 5 minutes, somebody can come there and just take a photo of that using an infrared camera, and they can get to know what is the number, what is the PIN that you have typed. Even students can do that, okay? So just imagine there is a computer and you're entering your password, and then you leave from there. Anybody can come, they can click a picture of that, and they get to know what the password is. And this is how most of the question papers also get leaked in the staff rooms. So careful. Anyways, can anybody tell me here, what is the password typed? In the comment section, what is the password typed? Looking at the picture, how does it look? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 4, 5. Yeah. So the password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the one that has been typed first is the lightest, and the one that has been typed last is the brightest. Now, having said that, a lot of attacks are happening on a daily basis across the globe, and India is currently one of the softest targets. And if I ask you this question, which is the third largest economy in the world? Anybody? Number 1, US. Number 2, China. Number 3, which one? Anyone? Japan, Germany, India. The third largest economy in the world is cybercrime. It's cybercrime. And it's a $6 trillion economy, okay? $6 trillion economy. Our Prime Minister Modi ji wants India to touch $5 trillion economy very soon, but this cybercrime is already a $6 trillion economy. Look at this. Helicopter, pilot, cameraman, camera 10 years back. And right now, everything has got replaced by a drone. Yes or no? So this is how the technology has progressed. There is a beautiful website called willrobotstakemyjob.com. Okay, this is a very interesting website, especially when any student comes to me for career counseling. I ask them, before you select any job, you're going to put it on this website, willrobotstakemyjob.com, and you put your job there. You want to become a painter, you want to become a driver, you want to be a teacher, doctor, engineer, CA, whatever. Put it over there, and it will tell you what is the percentage of automation risk that the job has. Now, why am I telling this to you is, earlier, 10 classrooms were there, 10 classrooms, and you needed 10 teachers. Now, there are 350 teachers already attending my lecture, and there is just one me. You understand? Otherwise, if it was a classroom setup, I needed myself to go to a classroom of 50, or maybe 100 or something like that, and then deliver multiple lectures. Now, everything because of automation. Similarly, if you had visited a bank, about 10 years back, you'd have seen about 15 to 20 staff members in a bank. But right now, hardly 3 or 4. Why? Computers have stolen jobs, automation has stolen jobs, and this is the new normal, and we have to accept it. So the best part is for teaching, the automation risk is only 46%. There are a lot of jobs with 70-80% automation risk. For teaching, it is only 46. That means out of 2, 1 will survive. And it is our duty to ensure that we survive, because this world is all about survival of the fittest. And look at this. Now the online classes are going on. I'm seeing so many happy faces. I don't know how many of them are wearing these glasses. So you see these glasses with eyes printed on them. Yeah. And you are happily sleeping in my lecture, and it looks like you are wide awake. Look at that. Okay. So this is how some online classes were going on. And in many classes, the grandmother used to take the notes and the grandchild used to happily sleep at home. This is what used to happen. And also, young ones also had online classes. post-COVID, this has been the new normal. Many teachers had come and told me, sir, it is very difficult for me to analyze two things. I said, what are those two things? So they said, number one, sir, how can I know whether a student is concentrating on my lecture or not? Number one, point number one. I said, that's easy. You can keep asking questions. No, sir. When I ask questions, they tell me no network. They switch off the camera. They say the grandmother's place, 2G, 3G, all these things they tell. So it's very difficult to understand whether they are concentrating or not, number one. And the second one is, sir, they're listening to the lecture, the video, everything, they have kept it there. But also, certain background apps are working, sir. They have opened Instagram, they have opened WhatsApp web, they are playing some video games. So they're basically not concentrating on the lecture, but they're doing all these things. I said, did you know that Zoom, because we are using Zoom platform, Zoom had this feature called as attendee attendance tracking. There was this feature. How many of the teachers knew this? Please put yes in the comment section. Attendee attention tracking would tell you whether the participant is focusing on the lecture or not. A fantastic feature. I'm glad that many of them knew and many of them did not know. Now, so it is a responsibility of us to know what are the features that are there so that we can use them to make our lectures more impactful. All right. So this is one feature, but unfortunately, citing privacy concerns, this feature has been recently removed. It has been removed because many of them started telling, it's going to be horrible for us if this feature is there. So anyways, so there are, of course, different web conferencing solutions. Probably I can share some of the features that are there later on if you can contact me. Okay. Now, I appreciate the efforts of this teacher. She did not have a tripod like this, nor did she have a gimbal like this. She did not have anything, but what she did is she used hanger and probably she tore the dhoti of her husband and she tied it, and then see what she has done. Amazing, right? And when teachers have walked the extra mile, they have taken so much of efforts to teach. I see many students not even reciprocating with 10% of the efforts that the teachers put. Because earlier, what used to happen is whenever you were engaging a lecture and if there was a student sleeping in the class, if the teacher was a good teacher, he or she would take a chalk and throw at the student, right? And if the teacher was a very good teacher, the teacher would throw a duster. And that flying duster was the first drone that I saw in my lifetime. Okay, so, but now what is happening? It was very difficult to bunk the classes earlier, but now, as I said, camera off, mic off, done. It is like the student has bunked. Now, the issue is, it is very easy to track and catch somebody playing mischief in the offline class. But when it comes to online class, Zoom bombing, we call this, Zoom bombing. A lecture is going on and suddenly somebody plays some pornographic clip, or somebody puts some dirty comments in the comment section, or somebody shares a file which is of explicit in nature. All these things have happened, and many of the students, their only intention was to trouble the teacher or disrupt the class, but they did not know the consequences of this as per the various sections of the IT Act, 67, 67A and 67B. Yeah, what would happen? 7 years imprisonment, 10 lakh rupees fine, or both. Many of them did not know about this. Yeah. So this is point number one. Now, why they did not know about this is because to drive a car or to ride a two-wheeler, you're expected to have the motor vehicle driving license with you. For that, you have to give a test. You have to go to the RTO. You have to understand the traffic signals, the signs, the Indian Motor Vehicle Act. And only after you pass the test, you get the license, right? So if somebody goes in the one way and the policeman catches him because he's coming in the wrong side, wrong direction, this man cannot argue with the cop by telling that, sir, I did not know that this is a one way, or I did not know what this traffic sign or signal meant. He cannot say that. Similarly, people using the internet must know the cyber law. Unfortunately, none of the schools and colleges teach cyber law because cyber law is not part of the syllabus. I'm glad that at least now with the revision, we are seeing cyber law as a part of the syllabi. But to tell you, the cyber law in India is called as the Information Technology Act, which has come into existence since 2000. Okay, not yesterday, day before yesterday, since 2000. And this is 2022. 22 years have passed and it was not taught in the schools and colleges because see, education has evolved. You can see the evolution. You can see from the slate to the chalk and blackboard to the projectors and now to the laptops. Education has evolved, and I'm just giving you a scenario. Imagine I'm engaging this lecture and right next to my house there is a husband and a wife and they are shouting. The wife is coming behind the husband trying to hit him, lot of noise, and I'm unable to engage this lecture. Or one more example, I'm engaging this lecture and there is a road behind, a lot of noise, lot of vehicular horn and all that. How do I engage the lecture? Is it possible? This is one problem which many of the teachers have because they should tell, sir, we are living at home, there's a lot of noise, what to do? Very simple. Download this called as CRISP, K-R-I-S-P. So CRISP is a fantastic tool which would eliminate all the background noises, including barking dogs. Even if a dog is barking, you would not hear it. You are not hearing right now because the CRISP is on. It's absolutely clear. Does not mean I'm sitting in a room where there's vacuum. Not at all. CRISP is on. So therefore, you're not listening to any other noise but for me talking. All right. So this is how it is. A question for all of you now. How many of you became teachers by choice? And how many of you became teachers by chance? Comment. Teachers by choice and teachers by chance. I want to see. Choice, chance, choice. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of responses. Fantastic. Good, good. Happy to see a lot of them by choice. Good. I became a teacher by chance, not by choice. Okay. So anyways, now let's get going. Let's get going. This is one phrase which is least searched on Google. That is how to become a better teacher. Nobody searches. Nobody searches how to become a better teacher because teacher is basically a superhero. And these are the two books that I've written. Probably those who are interested, I can share it with them. Ebooks, Little Black Book for teachers and Little Black Book for students. Okay. Anyways, this is one thing which I want to tell all of you. And then we begin with the security part. In Sanskrit, one who gives information is called Upadhyaya. One who gives knowledge is called Adhyapak. One who gives skill is called Acharya. Who gives insight is called Pandit. Foresight is called as Drishta. And who gives wisdom is called as Guru. This is how it is. Yeah? So we are all going to be the teacher 4.0. This is important. Teacher 4.0, where more than teaching, you're facilitating because what you are going to talk about or what students wants to know, it's already there on Google. So you have to give them something that Google cannot deliver. So first point, read the pitch. You have to understand how many students are there, troublemaking students, proper students, students who are intellectual, students who are studious, students who are slow learners. All these things you have to understand before you engage a lecture, because that is where all the problems can be solved once you know the pitch. That is why even in cricket, before the match starts, they do a pitch analysis, and based on that, they decide whether to bat or bowl. Okay. Now, my question for all of you is you have to understand the students, as I said, different types of students. You're seeing a picture here. The picture is of a shoes. How many of you see that shoes as pink and white in color? And how many of you see this picture as gray and teal in color? Pink and white, gray and teal. See, I've not changed the picture at all, and I'm getting different responses there, right? I'm getting different responses. Some are seeing it as gray and teal, same picture. I've not changed at all. Some are seeing it as gray, some are seeing it as pink. What is this magic? So this is very important. This is very, very important because people are left brain and right brain. Based on which brain you are, Glad that all of us have brain. Now, which brain, left or right? You can see it over here. Based on that, we can see whether some are seeing blue. My goodness. Okay, different. This is new brain. Okay. Anyways, so good. We are going. See, number one, before you engage any lecture. Point number one: have your classroom policy perfectly. I love the way Angel Ma'am was managing the entire thing. You know how she was like, questions in the end, ask the question, stop, and then I answer, and then go back to the next. So the policies are perfect. Everything is in place. Only when the policies are right, it becomes easier for you to engage, easier for you to manage. Otherwise, everything is going to be haywire, here and there, haphazardous. It shouldn't happen that way. So bright line rules, we call this. As teachers, you should understand bright line rules. See, don't tell students, check mail less frequently, eat healthier, or drink moderately. I'm talking about milk, okay? And then save money for your retirement. So like that, don't give such vague statements. Be very clear. Check mail between 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Save $500 per month for retirement. Eat minimum 2 vegetables per day. So be specific, and we call this as bright line rules. Therefore, your classroom policies, number one, should have the proper bright line rules. Now, what are those rules? I will tell you in some time, so that as per our Vedic system, you can go about with Sama, Dana, Beda, Danda if they don't follow it properly. Now, the million-dollar question is, which is better? Offline classes or online classes? If you ask me, any day offline classes. But because of certain circumstances, because of the numbers, because of so many other things, online classes. Now, see, for example, I'm forced to take online class. Okay, but if you had asked me whether I would have loved offline, I would have loved seeing all of you coming there, taking a lecture. But then, how to accommodate 5,000, 10,000 people in one place? So this is how it is. Some of them are saying blended learning. Perfect. Now, when it comes to online lectures, there are two types of online lectures: synchronous and asynchronous. So this is synchronous, where I'm here, I'm talking to you, and you're responding. Synchronous. Another one is asynchronous, where after today's lecture, they're going to put the link on YouTube, so people will sit and watch. It is a lecture only, but it is asynchronous. Clear? Two types: synchronous and asynchronous. Now, the first thing which I tell all the teachers is, keep a camera in your classroom, and then take your regular lecture, and after your lecture, sit and watch. View your class. I've seen many teachers, after 10 minutes only, they say, Bala, I don't want to see. I say, if you can't see your class for 10 minutes, how do you expect students to sit in your class for 1 hour? Okay, so this is very important. Record your lecture. Okay, record. When you record, you can do a SWOT analysis of yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses, threats, and opportunities? Now, having said that, you are going to put this lecture on Dropbox, Google Drive, YouTube, and so on. From here, the security aspects will start. Okay, so your class is there, recording is done, and you're going to put it over there. So the first point is, you cannot improve what you don't measure. So as I said, first you have to make sure that your lectures are very good, worthy of putting it online somewhere, because they're going to stay there for a long time. I'm very happy that Simranjot Kaur ji is doing SWOT analysis of the students. Fantastic. That's very, very important. Okay. Now, for this prerequisites of engaging an online lecture, you're going to use a lot of digital equipment. Now, whenever you're using a digital equipment, cybersecurity comes into picture. Now, this is the exact setup of my room. Okay. So, I'm going to show my room a little later to you. This is the exact setup right now where I am. Now, a lot of people, after posting their lectures online, have earned money like crazy. Okay, now look at this on Udemy. Rob Percival is one of the teachers. He's got 1,20,000 students, and you can just see what is his earnings. Okay, so this per year, this is how much teachers are earning by posting their videos online. So this is a passive income for all the teachers. Because one, you can have a paid classes, or you can use the YouTube AdSense, the Google AdSense, where whenever somebody watches your videos, you keep getting paid. Money comes and falls at the end of the month in your bank account. So this is how a lot of teachers are earning their passive income only by recording their normal videos. Okay. Now, number one, you need to have, I think somebody is on. Manisha Haldar. I think Manisha Haldar. I'm gonna mute. Perfect. Okay. I only mute. Okay. So, number one, laptop. Jagdish ji has rightly said, go to Cyber Swachhata Kendra, download antivirus. Without antivirus, don't use any device, any digital device. A wireless mic, camera, mobile phone, DSLR if needed, a gimbal. Now, why do you need a gimbal? So somebody was asking me, so why are you using this gimbal? I'm using this gimbal because if I put my camera on this, and if I'm taking a class, and if I'm walking from left side to right side, the gimbal automatically, it will keep on monitoring and it will keep on recording me. Where I move, it will go. So I don't need somebody to sit there and record my class. This gimbal does it. Now you may ask, it must be very expensive, 7,000 rupees. Okay, so this is a device which would record you throughout. It follows you. It has got motion detection. So as you move, it also moves. So it's a fantastic tool. Okay, so and we use 3-point lighting. So 3-point lighting is used because you have to look bright. Now, why am I looking bright? It is because of the 3-point lighting. With 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, you can see the difference: key, rim, and fill lights. Okay, and also a green background, because with a green background you can put a lot of other customized stuffs also. Now, if you're having a green background and you're using a virtual background, make sure that you have the right processor and the RAM, because many of them tell me, sir, I think my system is hacked because it is working very slow whenever I use virtual background. No, it is not hacked. Basically, what happens is, to use a virtual background, you need minimum Core i5 with at least 8 GB of RAM. With Core i3 also it works, but you see the performance lag. But Core i5 and 8 GB to 16 GB RAM, flawless. You can see wonderful virtual background. A remote control for changing slides, and then you can also have an app on your phone which is Wi-Fi presentation remote, and you can change slides from your phone itself. A projector, a writing pad, all these devices are there. Now, having these devices, what are the cyber security threats that the teachers are going to face? Now, this is what we have to see. All right. So, number one, phishing. Number two, distributed denial of service. All these things have been explained by previous speakers. I'm not going to talk much about it. If you want me to talk on that, just put in the comment section. Data breach, ransomware, and IoT vulnerabilities. All those devices that I showed you, those internet connected devices, they're all IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things means I have this table, I put internet to the table, it becomes smart table. I have a phone, I put internet to this, it becomes smartphone. I have a fridge, I put internet to that, it becomes, so not just internet, along with internet, I put certain sensors so that I can measure, I can quantify. All right. So, okay. So denial of service. See, let us assume that you have given your UPSC exams and your UPSC results are going to be announced at 10 o'clock. Okay. So what cyber criminals will do is they would have infected, say, about 1 lakh or 10 lakh, 1 lakh or 10 lakh computers with the bots. You don't know only. You have installed the bot without your knowledge in your device. It has been installed. Now, what will happen is 10:59, the master of that bot will be sending one command to all the bots telling that attack. And at 10:59, millions of requests to that UPSC server will crash. And you will not be able to get your results. When you're going to check the results, you will see site is down. So this type of an attack is called as distributed denial of service. All right. Okay. So if you ask me which one would I use, GeoMeet or Zoom, I would use GeoMeet for 2 reasons. One, made in India, GeoMeet. Number 2, free. Okay. So Zoom is also free, I know, but GeoMeet, longer time it is free. Okay, not just for 45 minutes. This is a paid version of Zoom, so it's you're seeing it for the whole day. Otherwise, free. So GeoMeet is good. Okay. And I use the Screencastify for recording the screen. Screencastify for recording the screen. And TeacherTube is one beautiful portal where you can upload all the wonderful content with regard to your teaching, and also you can download it, and also you can connect with other teachers, more like LinkedIn for teachers and YouTube. Now the security aspects when it comes to YouTube. Point number one, whenever you're uploading a video, make sure that the captions come. Number one, captions. You don't have to type the captions. Whenever you're uploading a video, there is an option there. You can just select and it auto-generates captions. Okay? Auto-generates captions. Therefore, even if somebody cannot hear you, they can view the captions and understand the lecture. Number one. Number two is videos are of three types: public, private, unlisted. Okay? If you make your video as public, anybody can view your video, anybody can search your video. In recommendations also, your video may come to somebody. All these things will happen. Public, just like any other video. If you make it private, only those people to whom you send the video, they will be able to access it. If you are going to send it to somebody and they will forward it to somebody else, that somebody else will not be able to access the video. Please understand. Only whom you have sent will get the access. If somebody else tries to view it, it will not come, nor will it come when somebody searches for it, nor will it come as a recommendation on anybody's dashboard. Private video. Third one, unlisted video. Anybody who has got the link of that video will be able to access. So this is in between public and private. So you have public, you have private, you have unlisted. Is it clear? Please put in the comment section. Public, this is very important because it's the first security aspect of it. Because sometimes you want only your students to understand what you're going to teach. You don't want the whole world to know it, because certain classes it has to be between the classroom only. You don't want everybody else to understand what. Yes or no? So that is why public, private, unlisted. Unlisted means only those who have the link will be able to access. Nobody else. Link they should have. Private means only whom you have sent, they will get it. Now, if they send it to somebody else, that person will not get it if it is private. But if you have the link and you send it to somebody, they should also see, then it has to be unlisted. Okay. Number two, bigger problem is the comment section. So you put a video, somebody will come and put some nonsense comments and your entire mood will spoil. How many teachers' mood spoils when somebody puts some unwanted comments whenever you are taking the lecture? Somebody comes and puts something online and you feel very irritated. How many of you? Many of you, right? I know that. So comments also on YouTube can be moderated. Number one, you can make sure that that person will not be able to comment forever. You can select their comment and there you can put there as report user or remove or always approve comments or deny. All these things can be done. Hide users' comments, all that you can do. Number one. Number two, you can put some filter words. You can put some words also. Such words, if it, see, for example, some students have a very bad habit of keeping nicknames for teachers. Okay. Whenever they keep those nicknames, see, for us, Guru Brahma, we respect teachers as God only. Okay. Even today, when my teacher is sitting, I don't sit next to the teacher. I'm always standing on. So that is the level of respect and reverence we have for the teachers, because only those that you respect are the things that you'll remember and you'll understand. So what the teacher has to tell you, if you have to remember forever, you should have the reverence and respect for the teacher. So this is how it is. So now, let us assume that there is a student who calls the teacher a light kamba. Okay. And light kamba is not a restricted word on YouTube. So if somebody puts light kamba, it will not be filtered. You can put that word there and you can tell if at all somebody puts light kamba, that comment will not come on. Okay. Fantastic. We call this as blocked words. So blocked words, hidden users, approved users. This is one thing that you can do in comment section. And also, so number one is you can remove that. Number two, this one. And number three, you can also put some defaults like allow all comments, hold potentially inappropriate comments, hold all comments for review, and disable comments. You can do disable. Now, sometimes what I do is I disable comments, no comments. You simply watch my video and you go. Don't comment. Okay, so this is how it is. So while filtering unwanted messages, ensuring correct use, the same thing. You have to use these filters. Okay, use these filters. There are so many explainer videos how to use filters. Use them. You will have a very peaceful YouTube comment section. Next. You are having Microsoft Office. Please buy the full version and keep everything in the cloud also. Because if at all your computer crashes, it is also there in the cloud. Jagdish ji has always said antivirus is a must. 100% it is a must. It is a must, not only on laptops, even on mobile phones. You should have antivirus. Now, whenever you get this message, there is an update available. Please, for God's sake, download it immediately. Don't do later. What we do, our GB will get over, our data pack will get over. Kal karunga, Wi-Fi jab milega tab kar lunga. No, you have to do it immediately. Why? Because when the developers understand that there is some loophole, they give these updates to plug the loopholes. Please remember, they give it to plug the loopholes. And if you don't plug it, those loopholes will be honeypots. They will be very easy access, backdoors for a lot of hackers. Of course, honeypots are not good places for hackers because they are used to catch the hackers. But still, imagine there is nobody to catch. They will just come, right? So this is how it is. Now, I told you about YouTube. YouTube, you understood, no? Please put yes in the comment section. YouTube, understood, no? YouTube, perfect, okay. Now, Google Drive. Now, see all the files, your PDF files, your Word files, your Excel files, your all the files, you have to put it on Google Drive. In Google Drive also, when you upload the file, what you have to do is, there is an option there called share. See, the other day what happened is, one teacher put one notes in the Google Drive. Okay, one notes, poor teacher, put one notes in the Google Drive. There is an option there called anyone can edit, anyone can comment, anyone can view. The teacher had not put anyone can view. The teacher had put anyone can edit because the teacher did not know about it. What the student did is, he removed all the content from the notes and he put dirty content in that file. All the students had got the link and they went there and they downloaded. And at home also they downloaded. They were sitting with their parents. And when the file was opened, everybody was shocked. My God, what is this? All dirty content teacher has given. Did the teacher give? No. It was some student who did it because anyone can edit option was enabled. Therefore, while uploading content on Google Drive, please make it anyone can view only. Not anyone can. Okay, clear. You can also use Dropbox as well. Dropbox. Now I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask this for Surajit Sahaji. Okay, I'm seeing you. I'm going to ask it to you and also the others. Everybody can answer, but specifically for you. I go to a pizza shop and I ask for a 9 inches pizza, vegetarian pizza. This is a non-veg pizza, but I ask for a vegetarian pizza. And the shop fellow will tell, sir, 9 inches pizza will cost you 450 rupees. I say, okay, I give him 450. Then he tells me, I'm very sorry, sir, that 9 inches pizza is not there, but I'm having 5 inches pizza, which will cost 250 rupees per pizza, 250. I will give you 2 pizzas, 250. For 500 rupees pizza, I will give you for 450 rupees. Okay. So how many inches I get? 5 inches plus 5 inches. I get 10 inches pizza for 450 rupees. Is it a good deal, Surajit ji? Please comment. Instead of one pizza of 9 inches, 2 pizzas of 5 inches.
No.
No? Some are saying yes. Some are saying no.
Yes, sir.
Surajit ji has said yes. Then I picked the right person. Check this, sir. You saw that? You're only getting 39 square inches with the 255 inches pizza. With the 9 inches pizza, it would have become 63 square inches. Look at that. So this is how even we get tricked. You understand, sir? Everybody, it's not just you, sir. Even I got tricked for this question. We get tricked because of such things. Sometimes some link will come, we will click it, and then we are like, oh God, why did we click? So we have to be alert every time. I always tell, Gandhiji's fourth monkey is there, supposed to know evil also. So we were talking about that image. One dirty image has come, or one good image, one Bollywood actress image, something has come to your phone. Okay. So somebody was asking, how, I think Surajitji was asking, how can an image get, I added this slide. It was not there earlier. I added this slide. So how can an image trouble you? Of course it can, because you must have watched the movie called Troy. In Troy, there are two kingdoms fighting with each other, full on fight. 1 month, 2 months, fight goes on. Finally, the kings will realize if this fight goes on for a longer time, both of us will become pauper. So the king will tell the other one, shall we compromise? Truce. Compromise karenge. They'll say, yeah, okay. And one king will give exactly, Lataji has told, one big horse will be given as a gift to the other king. He will park that horse in the center of the city. Everybody will come and see the horse, beautiful horse. And at night, the horse will open. All the soldiers from the horse will come out and kill everybody mercilessly. And this is how the war was won, in a very brutal way. The name of the horse is called Trojan horse. And in this example, the picture, the Bollywood actress or a flower or a god or any picture that you've got, not just pictures, my dear friends, pictures, videos, images, files. It can act as a Trojan. And we call this as steganography. And those who are interested to do this, you can go to a website called as Xio, X-I-A-O. It's called Xio Steganography is the tool. You can take any image. In that image, you can put a file and you can send it across to somebody. If that person's phone has got an antivirus, it would alert that person. This is a steganographic image. This is a steganographic image. If your phone doesn't have an antivirus, it would just install and you never know what can happen. Now the question is, what are those tools, the malware that are installed? Are you interested to know? Please put yes, only then I will tell. What are those malware that students put? Many of the students have put to the teachers, many of them. In the image, students have put malware. You know what are the malware they have put? First malware is scam-fecting malware. Your front camera gets on without your knowledge. You don't know. You take your camera to the bathroom. Many of them take camera to the bathroom, bedroom, changing room, dining room, everywhere. Phone is with you everywhere. And the beauty of the phone is, however you keep the phone, you keep it like this or you keep it like this. Camera is always on the top. Yes or no? Yes or no? Camera is always on the top. You keep it this way or this way. And if your phone is infected with the cam-fecting, we call this as scam-fecting, it will record your videos. It will take your photos, click your photos without your permission, and you would not know. Number one. Okay. So therefore, I request all the teachers to buy this. 20 rupees on Amazon, it is available. It is called as a camera cover. It's a sliding window. Sliding window. Put it on your camera. Sliding window. And whenever you're not using your camera, just close it. When you're using, just open it. What will happen by that? Your cameras are covered. Okay? Number one. Another malware, spyware that is sent in photos is called SMS forwarder. Any SMS that comes to you gets forwarded. The other day, one old man had gone to a police station and he was telling there with the police, sir, from my account, 1 lakh rupees is gone. And he was an old teacher. So he was like, how did the transaction happen? Did you share the OTP? He said, no, sir, I did not share the OTP. I received the OTP, but I never shared it. And then the police asked, then show me your phone. And when the police checked the phone, the police figured out SMS forwarder was installed on his phone, which means any OTP that comes, any SMS that comes to his phone, one copy gets forwarded immediately to the attacker. And this is how the attack happens. Okay. Third one, keylogger. Keylogger is a wonderful tool. With keylogger, basically what happens is, keylogger, without your knowledge, if it is installed on your phone, whom you are talking to, what you are typing, what you are doing, what you're browsing, where you are, all the details will be sent to the attacker. Many of them have told me this. Sir, whatever I talk, how does the other person get to know? How does the other person get to know, sir? I'm having a doubt. Somebody is tapping my calls. Sir, somebody is doing this. Tapping calls is not easy, my dear friends. It is not easy. What you need to do is you need to understand whether your phone has been bugged with keylogger. So, or the worst one, what a student can do is, or anybody can do, is a ransomware attack. With the ransomware, what will happen? All your files get locked, and within 3 days, everything gets 3 or 5 days, depends upon how is the mood of that attack. It gets formatted. Yeah. So my sincere suggestion for all of you, number one, a paid antivirus on your phones. Number one. Okay. Number two, don't do a scan of your phone. Not scan. You have to do a deep scan. There is something called as a deep scan. So you're going to do a deep scan of your phone. When you do a deep scan, it takes 1 hour. Laptop, phone takes 1 hour. After the deep scan, it will tell you whether the phone is infected. If it is infected, you can quarantine it. Okay? So this is one thing. And please, for God's sake, disable SMS notifications on your phone. Now, why am I telling this is, if you have an SMS notification, even if OTP comes, even if your phone is locked, OTP will be seen on the notification. Yes or no? Put yes or no in the comment section. Even if your phone is locked, OTP comes, you can see the OTP on the locked screen. Yeah. So disable. Please disable. And you should have a password which is minimum 16 characters, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, symbols. Not enough. Password is just one aspect of it. We should have, along with that, OTP. Facebook uses OTP. Gmail. How many of you using OTP for Facebook, Gmail? Put you put OTP. Wonderful. Okay. Somebody is asking me how to remember passwords. Very easy to remember passwords. See, use passphrases. Dr. Anant Prabhu looks handsome in pink color. That is your password. There you should know which words you should keep capital, which words small, where number and symbol. Where A is there, put at. Where I is there, put exclamation. Simple. Such words, once you remember that, it is easy. Passphrases instead of words. 1 or 2. Yeah. 2-step verification, somebody is telling. It is Rajuji is telling. Not 2-step. You have to use multi-factor. Multi-factor means along with the password, OTP, and biometric also. These 3 things, if they are there, safe. Multi-factor. So, what is this? Anybody here using authenticator apps? Authenticator? No, nobody is using. Okay. Yes. Oh, some people are using. Good. Please use authenticator apps. Don't use OTP. Google Authenticator is there. Microsoft Authenticator is there. Beauty of Authenticator is, even if there is no mobile network, internet is there enough, you will get the OTP. Otherwise, what will happen is, if there is no mobile network, you don't get the OTP, you will not be able to access. Yeah. Okay. So, phishing, wishing, smishing, mails, phishing, phone, wishing, SMS, smishing. Next one, I always tell teachers, you have got all WhatsApp groups. In the WhatsApp groups, students groups especially, and parents group, don't allow them to comment. Simple. Comment disable you. If they have to comment something, they have to send it individually to the teachers. WhatsApp group is only to put a notification. Admin right. Exactly. Why I'll tell you. If one person raises an issue, it will snowball. It will become like a wildfire. Everybody, yes, he is right, he is right. It will halla machayenge sab log. Don't allow them to do that. You just put, if somebody has to comment something, inbox. And also, remember, if you do that, by mistake, if somebody puts some nonsense also, it will not be shared in the group. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is some nonsense things are posted and then becomes difficult. At least now group admin has got the permission to delete it. Yeah. Always back up your data in Google Drive.
I can't find your Wi-Fi network. You can reconnect to Wi-Fi from your Google Home app under devices, then setup.
Am I disconnected? Am I there? Yes or no? Because it's saying
Yes,
I'm
sir, yes, sir, you are there. You are there.
I'm there. Okay. All right. Okay. Next one. So, second thing is use calendars. But while I always tell teachers, have 2 bank accounts, 2 email IDs, 2 mobile numbers, everything you do. Okay. One for public, one for private. Don't use that same email ID for the bank. Don't use the same mobile number to receive OTP from the bank. 2 bank accounts, in one account, only 20,000 rupees to do online transaction. Another bank account, no net banking, put your hard-earned money. Okay, do it to everything too. The email that you are going to use with the students should not be the same email that you are using for your personal, same email for banking. No, it has to be different. So learn how to bifurcate. Also, while taking feedback, very important. Now, after my today's session, I'm going to ask feedback because there is room for everybody to improve. I always feel that I've delivered my best session, but then I always call Jagdish ji and I ask, sir, what are the improvements I have to do? How I have to change? What I have to do it in my next session? And he's the right critic who tells me what I have to do. Similarly, I ask a lot of people. Now, why? Because we have to improve every time. But while taking feedback, you have to remember, never ever take anonymous feedback. Because if it is an anonymous feedback, if they don't give their name there, nonsense they will type, students. We call it as say it. There is something called say it. One tool is there on Instagram. Nonsense. Anybody can put anything they want and they will not get to know who has put that. Never do that. Anonymity, if you give, it will become very dangerous because the students can abuse, they can threaten, they can post all dirty stuffs. What they want, they can do. So never ever give anonymity to anybody. Whatever comments they have to put, they have to tell who they are. And then they have to give the feedback, not otherwise. Okay. Kathairi is telling me that using the same email. No, don't use the same email. And also after the feedback, some changes should be seen because I've seen a lot of times just for the namesake, a lot of people ask for feedback, and after that it's the same. There is a saying in Kannada, "Nai bala donku." The dog's tail is always bent. So no matter what pipe you put and straighten it, after some time it bends. No, we have to see the changes. Changes should be evident, and that is the time when students also will respect you, and you will also feel better because there is a continuous, gradual improvement. You can also use tools like Survey Monkey, and you can use Paperform. These are the tools that you can use for. Of course, I'm going to share the presentation with all of you. All right, so no worries about it. Important point. One student asked a teacher, "Sir, can you give me a pen drive?" The teacher gave. But teacher was smart. Teacher knew that in that question paper is there. So what the teacher does is takes the pen drive, puts it into the computer, opens the folder, and the 2 files of his, which was the question paper, the teacher selects that, shift delete. Not only delete, shift delete. Even from recycle bin it has to go. The teacher deletes it, removes it, puts it again in the computer just to check whether it is deleted or not. It is deleted. Those files are not there. The teacher gives the pen drive to the student. Student takes the pen drive, goes to his laptop, and downloads these apps. You can see the list of apps there. First and the last are the best one, which I use. Rikua and Disk Drill. The student uses Rikua, and everything that was deleted by the teacher, not only that time, even before that, everything the student will get. Paper leaked. Paper leaked. And you will be wondering, my God, what happened? How? Who did this? Maybe my clerk must have done. You only did it. Yeah. So if at all you are putting anything that is very important, which is something that is very secretive in nature, please, for God's sake, use Secure Eraser. This is an app called Secure Eraser. Install this app, format it using Secure Eraser, and then give it. Yeah. And also your devices. Your devices have got a lot of data in it. If you have lost your device, go to any computer, put your login, username, password, login, and type find my device. It will show if the mobile is on, it will show you where the mobile is, exact location it will show. If that person who has taken your phone has switched it off, don't worry. There's an option there called erase. Just put erase and forget your phone. Because even if the person gets your phone, he or she should not get the data in that. Secure Eraser is there for desktop as well as laptop, my dear friends. And also Find My Device is there in Android and iPhone, and also for laptops. Many of them did not know that. Find My Device is there for Microsoft laptops also. For iOS it was there, but for Microsoft it is also there. Last 4-5 years it is there. find my device. Okay? Okay. Are you following? If you're following, put yes in the comment section. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Last 10 minutes. While installing any app, simply don't install an app because somebody has sent it to you. Never install apps that has been sent to you on groups. Somebody sends an app .apk file on a group. Never install it. Never. If at all you have to install an app, it has to be from Play Store or App Store only. Nowhere else. No third-party stores. No WhatsApp. Nothing. You have to install it only from App Store or Play Store. App Store for iOS, Play Store for Android. And before installing an app, check these things. Check these things. Number of downloads, reviews, ratings, developer company, country of origin, free, paid or freemium, and what are the permission it is asking. The other day, somebody downloaded a calculator and the calculator was asking for his GPS permission. Why would a calculator need a GPS permission? Yeah, why would it need it? So I just want to tell you, just like how movies have got ratings, no movies, please tell parents also, apps also have got ratings, apps. We call this as ESRB ratings. Anybody knows the full form of ESRB? ESRB. Anyone? Ratings are there. Next to the app, you can see the ESRB. It stands for Entertainment Software Rating Board. EC means early childhood. E means everyone, 10 plus, teen, adult, mature content. Never give such apps to children, especially tell parents, because parents don't know. They simply give their phone there. And the child might use an app which is mature content, blood gore, sexual content, explicit language, violence. Imagine the damage that would make on the child's brain. In Play Store and App Store, you can see, you can open and see it right away. Right next to the downloads, you can see the ESRB rating. Beauty of this. Please see this. Is there anybody here who has not lied in their life? झूठ नहीं बोला मैंने मेरे जन्म में. अगर कोई है तो हाँ बोल दो. Everybody has lied. सुराजीत जी, झूठ बोला है आपने? अमृता गंगुली मैम, सीता जी, told lies. All have told lies. The biggest lie what we have told is, I have read the terms and conditions. I have read the terms and conditions, and you can see the apps. They're graded from A to E. A being the very good ones and E being third class. Facebook is E. Read the third point of Facebook. Third point. Huh? The service can read your private messages. Fourth point. The service can view your browser history. Fifth point. Deleted content is not deleted. Huh? What is this? What is this? Tell me. First point. Somebody told me, sir, मैं तो Facebook पे नहीं हूँ sir. I said, don't worry. Whether you're there or not, Facebook stores your data, whether you have an account. Look at it. Yeah. So this is how it is. This is the world that we are living in. So I always tell teachers, if you have to search something, don't use Google, use DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is one of the best search engines you can use, which does not snoop on you. Okay. And adversities are common. It can anytime happen. Adversities. So make sure whenever you're doing an online lecture, sharing permission is only for the host. Meeting start permission only for the host. And lock the meeting once all the students have come. Domain filtering is there, means use kar do. For example, my email ID is @sayadri.edu.in. That means only those people with @sayadri.edu.in will be able to access. Nobody else. If your school or college is having that option, do that. And don't allow guest users. Lot of features are there. See, participants video off, comment section off, all these things you can. Please do it. Okay? I have put some 10 points, best practices. So while doing a meeting, first thing is waiting room. It should be there. Don't allow anybody and everybody to straight away join. Waiting room, dekh lo. These are the people. Then only allow them. Don't use the same meeting ID. Don't send the meeting ID and password in the same message. Lock the meeting once it starts. And tell the attendees that it is getting recorded. The minute you tell it's getting recorded, everybody will be shant, because they know that it can be used against them. Treat the classroom with caution. Wherever possible, use virtual backgrounds. Virtual background. Use encryption. And keep your software up to date. Now look at this. This is a wonderful thing. Somebody wanted to buy a lipstick, or take another example. You want to buy some product, And there are two links. There are two links. Can anybody tell me which is the correct link? First one or the second? First one or the second? Which is the correct link? After listening to my lecture, I think everybody will say both are fake, sir. Both are same, both are not. I knew sir would say that. Okay. Actually, there is an attack which is called as IDN homograph attack. If you have seen your phones, if you're opening message, if you long press on vowels, which are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. If you long press on the vowels, you will see certain characters. Many A's will come, many E's will come, many I will come. We call these as Cyrillic characters. What you are seeing on the keypad is, what you see on the keypad is Latin, but the long press gives you Cyrillic. And cyber criminals are buying the Cyrillic domains. It looks like the real one. First one is the real one, second one is the fake one. Looks real, but it is fake. But if you're having an updated Google Chrome browser, the browser will tell you that the second one is fake. It will tell you, it will give you a notification. It is an IDN homograph attack. It will tell you. So be careful. Update your browser regularly. My guru Sanjay Sahai sir always tells, hacking is a new norm. I asked him, sir, what is it? He said, Anant, out of the 100 computers, 95 computers have been hacked or compromised in one way or the other. I said, my God. But I'm happy, sir, at least 5 are safe. I said. He said, who told you? He said, sir, I've done my engineering. I know 100 minus 95 is 5. Utna to janta hu main. Sir said, Anant, out of the 100 computers, 95 computers have been hacked or compromised in one way or the other. 5 don't know that they're hacked. They don't. So unless, like Jagdish ji has rightly said, the firewalls, the antivirus, regular software updates, attending ISEA lectures, attending such webinars, only then you would understand what are the perils of the digital world, how to browse the internet responsibly. Otherwise, what will happen? You will upload a photo, clicking at home. You will upload a photo. Student will take that photo, put it on pic2map.com and get the exact location where the photo is. Be careful whenever you click photos at home and upload it online, because if you upload it online, the person will get the exact geolocation unless you have disabled geolocation on Android or iOS, because we call data about data as a metadata, and we get a metadata of everything, of photos, of videos, of word file, metadata we get. Be careful. Children are there in your house. You have to be careful. You can't keep making your location public. Contingency. Screen went off. Don't panic. Don't choke. No problem. Keep your plan B ready. Keep your plan B ready. Not every time everything goes smooth. Something here and there. No issues. Computer may crash. Guest speaker may not be able to connect. So give time some time. Don't panic. Go with this. Restart. It will happen. Use a teleprompter if needed. Teleprompter. Teleprompter tools are there. Beautiful tools. Speech will keep coming. Keep your speech ready. It will keep coming. Read it if you want more confidence. And if you're using paid version of Zoom, you even get the IP addresses of the people who have logged in. You get more statistics. So this is wonderful. See, you get attendance you can generate. You don't have to manually take attendance. Generate by default. You can understand from what time to what time he or she was there. What was the IP address? Sab kuch mil jayega. Record the meetings, as I said. Some principals have put, please put, have I pawned? You have all checked your email addresses. Somebody was asking me, what should I do if it is pawned? If it is pawned once, forever it will show as pawned only. Please change your password and enable multi-factor authentication. And if at all somebody gives you a phone, my dear teachers, be careful while using it. Because these days, most of them, they install this Moco Spy in the phone and they give. And the Moco Spy has a hidden screen recorder, keylogger, surround recorder, and social media tracker. So whatever you do on your phone, one copy the person gets. Be careful. Cyber Safe Girl is a project in association with ISEA, 5th version, 50 different crimes. how to stay protected. You can go to www.cybersafegirl.com and you can browse the internet responsibly. Never use free Wi-Fi anywhere. Never ever use free Wi-Fi anywhere. Okay? Never. I told you that time. I'm going to show you my setup, the digital devices, the lights and everything. I have given my link over here right now. I've given my link. You can visit my Facebook and there you can see how it is. Yeah. Okay. Then pirated software, please don't use. Never use pirated software. And 5 cybersecurity tips for teachers, end of the day. Encrypt your data. Comply with your institutional cyber policies. Safeguard your devices, even from physical threats. Back up your data. And always have a strong password management. If the organizers give me 2 minutes extra, I'm going to say this. But before that, forwarding a message is equal to accepting and endorsing. And certain tips I have put, 20-20-20 rule. Angel ma'am did a wonderful exercise for all of you. So for every 20 minutes of screen time, for 20 seconds, look 20 feet away. Never look at the screen when it is dark. Always wear blue cut lenses because all the digital devices, they emit blue rays, which causes headache. That's why many of them get headache. And never bend your head more than 0 degree because your head weighs 4 kilo and the strain on the neck, instead of 4 kilo, it's about 27 kilo if you bend it 60 degrees. Yeah, this is the book. I'm going to send it for the ones who are going to contact me. Little black book for teachers. So if you have any questions, you can ask, and good luck on your next killer presentation. Huh? Remember, less is more. Yeah, this is my Facebook. And organizers, do I have 2 minutes to talk about the room number 632?
Please, sir, please.
All right. So 26/11/2008. There was this wonderful person by name K.R. Ramurthy who was in the room number 632 of Taj. So what happened is Taj attacks happened and terrorists came. And then what happened? Somebody came to his room, knocked the door, and Ramurthy ji asked, "Who is it?" And the terrorist says, "Shoe polish." Ramurthy says, 10:30 at night, I have not called any shoe polish. Come tomorrow. Man says, "Open the door." Ramurthy says, "Come tomorrow." That man bangs the door, opens. Ramurthy is hiding inside the toilet, goes to the toilet, takes the gun and holds it on Ramurthy's temple and tells, "Who are you?" Ramurthy says, "I am a teacher. Please don't do anything to me." Why does Ramurthy say he's a teacher? Because teachers are respected and revered. Even the terrorists would spare teachers. That's what Ramurthy did. But the terrorist tells, no, if you're a teacher, I don't think so. You will be staying in this hotel paying 60,000 rupees per day. Tell me who you are. The room rent is 60,000 in Taj. So Ramurthy ji says, no, I am teacher. 2G connection back then, 2G. BlackBerry phone the terrorist takes a photo of Ramurthy, sends it to their command and control center. After 15 minutes, they get a response back by telling that the person is not a teacher, but he is the chairman of one of the India's largest banks. So just imagine, my dear teachers, in 2008, with the 2G, if they had that much of technological prowess, in 2022, we're going to touch 23 soon. Imagine what type of attacks can happen. Anyways, I wish and pray for all of you who have a wonderful career ahead and best wishes. I look forward to Cyber Safe India. Jai Hind. Like the session, please comment Jai Hind in the comment section. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Anand sir. And I'm just stopping your sharing, if you don't mind. Thank you so much so that we see your face for some time before we close up. Yeah, I could see everyone writing Jai Hind, and it was really a power-packed session. And I could see not even single person has left because the session was so power-packed. And I know that we all have realized how important it is for us to really take care, even though we are all ignorant sometimes about taking care of safety while we do online sessions or using digital aspects into our classroom. So we are in an unsafe environment, but there are possibilities to keep ourselves to the safety part. So thank you so much, Anand sir, for giving all the inputs to all of us. So we will continue to listen. I have few announcements, so I request all of you to please stay back for 2 to 3 minutes. We have put the attendance sheet, attendance thing in the chat box. So since this, all of you have given your feedback as Jai Hind, the attendance link has already got lost. I request Himansi to put once again into the group. So if you can just put for next 2 minutes continuously again and again, and then stop it so that all of them can access the link and then mark your attendance. So I have few announcements before we close for the day. Jagdisha, do you have anything to say from your side?
No, ma'am, fine. Everything is fine. We are all waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this is the first day session. I know that it's a little longer session, which usually CIT always ensures that one session is always continued by some hands-on session. But this is the first training we are doing on cyber safety. So we don't have any exact hands-on sessions to be given. But we thought this, at least in these 2 days, all of us who are attending should be at least oriented with the kind of a knowledge where we realize the importance of safety. And the second thing is we also realize that we need to really orient all our teachers and students in the country so that we are careful. So this is only with that objective, this 2 days training is happening, but we will be continuously we will be talking about what is there for you in a continuous process to make all of you as master trainers to lead this campaign across the country. And this is our first step at the national level we are taking up to ensure that this works, and all the organization and all states are also under pressure to create this awareness campaign. So you are going to be the torch bearers in the states and organizations. So that is why we are feeding you a lot. I know now 4 sessions you have listened. In a few minutes, we will share the presentation of Anandji also. And if anyone has not joined the Telegram group till now, kindly please stay back after this program, and you can please help us with your number so that we one-to-one we resolve it. I think most of you have joined. So if you have not registered, we will also be putting up the registration link once again in the chat box. Ensure that you get yourself registered first. So there is 2-3 things expected. Number 1, you should register yourself using the registration link. Number 2, Himansi, can you just put all the links together in one, so that like registration link, Telegram link, and also once again the link for joining tomorrow's meeting, so that all the 3 are there. So very important thing is you have to register and join in the Telegram group. These 2 things, if you do it, we'll be able to continuously inform you all the messages through the Telegram. That's what we are doing on that. So it will help us. So if you have not joined, please wait after the session so that one-to-one we resolve your issues. So that's number 1 thing. And today 4 sessions have been conducted. So your first assessment will be tomorrow. When you join back at 9:30 sharp, we will start the session. We are not going to even wait for a minute. So all of you should join. If you are missing it, it's missed out. If you don't participate in all the activities, we will surely not issue an attendance sheet or attendance certificate nor a participation certificate. And another condition is you are expected to score more than 70% in your assessment. So for presentations, we are saying we are making the question paper to be average, so that we don't want anybody to be left out. All of us, we wanted to come into the first level itself. So we will be having an assessment tomorrow at 9:30 and a few initial discussions, and then by 10 we will start. And we will also be discussing tomorrow very important things, ethical, psychological, and legal aspects, 3 sessions. And last session will be on how do we take forward. So there are multiple levels. How are we going to help you to orient yourself better, equip yourself better, build your own competencies better. So we have some plans, so we will be sharing with that. And we will also be talking about what is expected from you in your organization, in your state. So that's what is going to happen. So now the attendance link will be open till 5:15 only. So I request you to first mark the attendance link. And there is a question, how do we get the recorded session if you wanted to revisit it? So we have created already a playlist where these 2 videos are already going live. Okay, and so you can watch all the sessions, which is going to cover tomorrow also in that place itself. So I request Himansi to put the links again in the group and in the chat box, and as well as all these links, we will share it in the group after this meeting as well. Only thing, we want you to be in the Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group, please stay back so that we ensure that you will be joined. So that's all for today. And we will join back exactly tomorrow at 9. The session starts at 9:30. So I request everyone to join 5 minutes before 9:25 at least. But we will be open from 9:15 onwards. Okay. If anybody has any queries, you can stay back and make use of next 15 minutes for asking the questions or queries. The technical queries can also be put up in the, because today you can put up your questions so that we collect all the questions, and we'll also take the experts' inputs in answering to the questions. If not by tomorrow, by at least the end of the session, within Monday, we should be able to share all the question and answers which has come up, so that it will help you to keep a kind of a track of your questions as well. So thank you so much. If you are not having any queries, please feel free to leave. And resource persons also, please. Thank you so much once again, and you can also feel free to leave. If anybody has not joined in the Telegram group, so I request you to put the message in the chat box with your name and the mobile number. But since it's a closed group, we are asking your mobile number to be shared. Otherwise, we do not. But otherwise, now we will take it, because there is no other way for us to, because though there are mobile numbers given to by your state, we are not able to see some of you there. But before you share, kindly install Telegram app in your mobile. Then only we can really help. So if you can please raise your virtual hand so that I can take questions one by one. Already 5 people have raised the hand, so I'll start with them. Sikkim Gangaji. Sikkim Gangaji. Himansi, put all the links once again for last again in the chat box. Most of them have stopped messaging everything. So please put the attendance link once again. First, registration form, Zoom link, Telegram chat link, and also YouTube. Yeah, thank you. Yes. So sir is not there. CBSE Ajoy Kumar. CBSE Ajoy Kumar. Only 3 times you have marked attendance, sir. So that's all it is. Yeah, there is no question from Ajoy, sir.
Mom, sorry to disturb you, mom.
Yes, sir. Please, you can take lead. So let's meet back. Yeah, thank you so much. Anand, sir, thank you so much once again. You can also take lead. And if others, whoever doesn't have any problem, you can take lead. Even participants, you're free to go. You please join by tomorrow before 9:25, and our meeting link will be open from 9:15 onwards.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. There is no assignment for today. We want you to just come ready for assessment today morning at 9:30. There will be an assessment for the first day at 9:30. So it will be a timed assessment. So you should be available online to do the assessment. Yeah. Thank you. CBSE Sarika Kaushal. Ma'am, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question? Okay, I'm sorry. I heard that you're not allowed to unmute. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can unmute now.
Ma'am, is Jagjeet sir there?
He has just left, I guess.
Dr. Anant is not also, because I was trying to ask a question since long time.
Ma'am, don't worry. You put a question in the chat box.
Actually, my question is regarding the zero-click attack. And since the time this Pegasus thing had happened, it was very popular at that time in the year, I think around 2020 something. So when this attack was basically on all the big politicians and all. So there is something called as a zero-click attack also. So I wanted to know, do we need to be scared of that attack? Because it's something where, because we all know that we don't have to click a particular OTP or we don't have to send an OTP, we don't have to click a link or something like that. But what if we are not clicking, still a malware gets installed in our mobile phone?
Ma'am, don't worry about this question. Also, you can put it because we will be sharing the questions with all the experts. And we are also planning, once this phase 1 and 2 is over, we will be having a combined group with all the experts as well in the group. So we are not stopping them with this 1.5 hours. So because after this session also, you may get a lot of questions which was not able to be addressed here. So all your questions, even you can put a voice message of your question in that group so that we will surely help them to address your questions. Okay. We'll do that. CBSE Sarika ma'am, do you have a question?
Thank you. I just asked, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. We will just put that as well.
All right.
Sarika ji, do you have a question? No. CBSE D Mala.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. And
yes,
it was indeed a really wonderful awareness program for all teachers like us. Ma'am, I just missed like little black for teachers available there,
Dilip sir, can you kindly mute yourself till you wanted to open to ask? Yeah. Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
Ma'am, there is a book that Mr. Anand has told us, like Little Black for Teachers book. So do we have a link or we should buy the book? Ma'am, you
don't need to buy. We will discuss with him because though he said like whoever contacts me, I'll be sharing, but we will have a special request to him to share with us so that we will take a permission from him and then share it with this mentor group as a resource.
Oh, thank you. That's great, ma'am. And tomorrow the session will begin at 9:30.
Yeah, but we request all of you to be before 9:25 in the session.
And it's the same link, ma'am, or you will be
same link.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. CBSE Wiki.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to thank you for conducting this amazing session. I have actually two questions. Do we have to register again for tomorrow's session?
No, sir. It's only one-time registration.
Okay. And
no need to register. Only you will be marking attendance during the sessions for each session.
Okay. And you said you took physical attendance for session 1.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do anything, right?
For first session, you are not going to mark anything. We have already marked that.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Lata ma'am.
This may be a personal question. I don't know whether I should ask here or somewhere else, but still, ma'am, is it possible that instead of tomorrow, can I attend on 13th?
No, ma'am, not permitted. So you have to attend this
if I'm not able to, if I'm not able to attend tomorrow, then it's gone, right?
Yes, you have to take permission to re-attend the whole program again 2 days.
So 12th and 13th I can attend?
Yeah, but actually we have already, you're from CBSE, right, ma'am? So already a set of team is there. Already the number is huge, which is going to be reduced. So it may not get a chance as well. But if your organization can consider and if somebody they remove and then they replace you, that's how it works.
Yeah, because there is some emergency which came up just now.
So that has to be spoken with your organization too.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. If they allow, I can, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. There is some question in the chat box that smartwatches can take all your account details. Is it only for Google Watch or for any watch? Sir, the moment you sync your messages, because all the smartwatches, the moment you sync with your mail ID, it already have an access to contacts. There is a way you can give access to your messages also. Most of the time, even when I first time started using, I was not aware of it. So I was very happy that when somebody sends a message, I get a notification in smartwatch. So I enable. But what happens is the messages you send, sometimes you will send your bank account to through message. So automatically the data is picked up. So that is what he meant to say. It's not about a specific watch. Any watch where you sync your personal accounts into your watch, that will surely happen. And as you are all aware, without the smartwatch doesn't work without registering your mail ID somewhere. So all your movements in the mail ID is somewhere as a footprint. It's going to be available. CBSE Manoj, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for this, all the session. All the information will be very useful. Now, as you discussed that tomorrow in the beginning, there will be an assessment test. So, means what kind of preparation we have to do? The session related, that all we do.
Only session related,
online?
Sir.
No, means will that be online or
online?
Written or okay?
It will be online objective type test.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, thank you, sir. NVS Shubhankar Mitra.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I have
sir.
a request that please share all the PPT so that.
Sir, already all the 3 PPTs are shared. Now the 4th one will be shortly shared. Himansi, I think you are doing that. Kindly ensure that the 4th PPT is also going to be shared. Now the presentations are being shared not in the PPT form as a PDF form for you to have a look at it, but later for using. By today, we will also be putting all the 4 in one folder and we'll shortly share the link in the Telegram.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Odisha Gitanjali. Sir, just a minute, sir, please. Yeah. Odisha Gitanjali ji.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Really, it was a very amazing session for all of us, and it is a very much productive one. Ma'am, one doubt I'm having after attending these sessions from your end, what are the other responsibilities we will be having in future?
Ma'am, will be discussed tomorrow in a session. That's a separate session. We have kept it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And I have one observation. I think you're from DAV school, right? But you're writing as Odisha, but I think you're from a CBSE nominated person.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you need to rename it as CBSE_ Gitanjali, not as Odisha.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. CBSE Ajoy, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I had some questions regarding that is last session, and another is that is about password and passphrase. But as we had a mute, that is options were there were no options, and I was very much that is visualized towards the session, so I could not put the questions on the chat box. So how can I get those that is the sessions that we had link? You told that the links will be given in the what is called in our Telegram group, most probably.
Yeah.
So we can collect it from there.
Sir, already the links are all put in the chat box also. There is a YouTube video link, which is a complete playlist where this all the recorded sessions are there. So you can make use
because
of
still
it
I am there in the Zoom, madam. So I did not go.
Sir, I have
for this
already
Telegram.
put it in. We have put it in the Zoom.
Yeah,
also
I will, after this session, I will just go through this
in
the Telegram. And
Yeah.
As far as I know, ma'am, our school timings are from 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And our exam. So I am on time, but I still as an exam cell in charge, I have to look after the exams also. So I think, and there are some network issues in my area. My school is in the interior of Tripura, club here. So sometimes I have some network issues. So I hope it will, the session that was there, which was fruitful to me, and I can share it with my students and my colleagues. I think it will not be so much a problematic for me in the, that is for tomorrow. And regarding attendance, I think I have given all my attendance, ma'am.
So this you don't bother about it. Please attend the thing. Only thing is we have a strict rule to give the certification. So we will not be able to relax on that because the online sessions are becoming very difficult, but we have a rationale to give. So don't bother about it. So please attend the sessions. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. KBS Maya.
Ma'am, good evening. This is regarding the attendance.
Yeah.
I marked my attendance in second, third, and fourth sessions, but then the first one I had renamed myself. So,
Don't worry about it. We have already taken the attendance by name.
okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. There was one more sir who was opening the mic. I'm sorry I missed you.
Good evening, madam. This is Guru Rajan.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Actually, it is going to be raining heavily in Chennai. If tomorrow, if my internet was working, I will join on time. If not, please permit me. I'll come in a little late.
So there is no open permission for like this.
Okay.
So pray that things should not happen or make
no problem. The problem here it is. I am a resident of Triplicane, where very near to beach.
So certain things which are not in control, we cannot hold it on, sir. If things happen, then we will think about it.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.